You are listening to the Fresh Take Network.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Got 'em, the podcast from the YYC SOLEdiers crew. This podcast is recorded on the traditional territories of the Treaty 7 Nations in Southern Alberta and the Métis Nation of Alberta Region 3. I am your host, Adam Diesel Power, as usual. I'm joined with the whole crew. Everyone's back. Jermaine overcame his sickness a little bit.
Overcoming. I'm still kind of feeling the effects, but hey,
he's
man,
here.
You know I couldn't miss this show. Come on now.
He's here. So we've got in the top corner, Albert, Mr. Legal Hustle Clothing, Miles Mejia.
What up?
What up? We got a little different order here this week in the other top corner because Eli came a little bit late. We've got Har Kirit, King Kamba.
What up?
In the bottom, we've got the Southwest PE Poppy, Jamaison Cummings, back in the building.
I'm here. I'm ready. We're going to find out if this mute button works or not because I'm going to be blasting some coughs. So hope y'all got the ear stuff turned down.
Jermaine, for those listening at home, Jermaine's in full playoff mode.
Oh, you know what time it is. It's heat season, baby. It's heat season. Miami Heat got the Miami Bucks to dispose of in 2.5 games this year, just like last year, starting on Saturday. It's all heat all the time, man. Let's go. I'm ready.
There we go. And last but not least, we've got the man from Red Deer, the sneaker customizer, sneaker painter, Eli Falsey 30.
Hey, yo.
What's up?
Donut eater.
The donut eater, the donut mill master. Cool. So anybody pick up anything this week? We got any collection report
I got
items?
A toy. I picked up
another toy.
Well, it's for Carter, but you guys already know. It's the Space Jam New Legacy. It's the launch and dunk. So just over here, you can either shoot a 3-pointer or dunk it with LeBron. And it's actually pretty cool how he dunks it. He hangs on the rim when he dunks. But
Nice.
yeah, man, got a little,
Okay.
I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's a little LeBron right there.
Yep.
Out of all the Space Jam toys, I thought this looked the best. But yeah, it's a cool little toy.
I don't know. I like that Stretch Armstrong one that they did.
Yeah, but they didn't have it.
Armstrong.
They didn't have it at Toys R Us yet, so there's still a bunch of stuff that isn't released. But yeah, this me and Carter played with it today while watching Space Jam. It's pretty cool. So it's a fun 2-player game.
Back again, man. I had Barkley and Jordan when I was young, and it's crazy to see Space Jam toys back again, man. It's crazy.
Man, you know what's the disappointing part though is I still have my old Jordan one, and it's a good, I think 7-inch figure. And the figures now that they have are little 5-inch figures. They're not even they're a little more mobile, but they're not as cool as the other ones were when we were younger.
No doubt. And they were rocking Jordans, man. What's LeBron rocking on?
Yeah.
He's rocking any?
The toys are garbage for sneakers.
Yeah, man. LeBron, I was actually gonna put a little decal on his feet because
They're bad.
They're not even Nike.
he has nothing.
What?
He's got actual bricks on his
He
feet.
literally has red bricks on.
But yeah, I remember my cousin Robin had I think he had a Jordan 9s on his, and I had the Space Jam 11s on mine. Or I think I had Concords and he had Space Jam 11s, but
Wow.
yeah, you had actual Jordans on their feet. They couldn't even do anything for it.
Yeah, this one's trash. Trash for sneakers.
That's the leak to LeBron 19.
Just a red
Red Octobers.
brick. Yeah.
Straight brick.
All right, I guess I'll go next. I don't think anybody else has anything going on. I picked up, been looking for this pair for a long time. It's a women's pair coming in a women's size 12. Finally got it off GOAT. Got dinged with stupid duties, which kind of killed my deal, but still made it here. But I got the Concord Sketch, Jordan 11 lows, purple patent. Yeah. Purple patent on those. As soon as these came out, like any colored patent, I'm always down for. And I've been waiting for a purple patent since those Warren Sapp PE cleats had come out. It's like, when are these coming? And they finally come out, and they're women's.
Oh, you mean Randy Moss?
Randy Moss, sorry. Randy Moss bees were those ones. But yeah, I was searching for them for like a year. They're like, they didn't even really sell out, just size 12s, like impossible to find.
Is that the biggest they came? Or did
That's the biggest they came. Yeah. And same with those citrus that just dropped too, which I'm still on the hunt for.
Talk about patience, though. That's what we always talk about on this show is late night sniping and patience on eBay Goat.
Yeah, I ended up getting them. I got them for retail when they're worn once, but then duties and everything kind of kicked my ass. But I was able to get them for the kind of price I wanted. Yeah, they're finally here. They're here. I had them on my feet yesterday, so I'm happy with them.
I'm happy you got them because I know you've been talking about those for a minute.
Been hunting for those.
Someone hook Adam up with the citruses, size 12.
Heart? No, you got it.
I'm gonna give you my brother's number.
Yeah, send me your brother's number. I'll be like, you don't need that. You don't need that shoe. Spend your money on something else. Yeah, it's a garbage shoe. You don't want that citrus. What is that? It's just a white shoe with like an orange bottom. You don't want it. Ass. All right, let's go on to what is coming out this week. We got a lot of shoes actually coming out this weekend and this week. The Menier 3s, I already have my pair, but they came out on the Menier site a couple weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago. They're coming out. They're supposed to come out this weekend, and they still are in Canada and Europe. So get your entries into like Capsule. I think Livestock will do a raffle too, but they're delayed again for all the US stores. So there's not going to be, it's going to be another release of these. So if you want them, be patient. Don't pay those resale prices. Keep trying until you can get them.
And they're coming out on sneakers as well. I mean, so far it seems like they're coming out on the 22nd, 4 a.m. drops. So if you want to try those out, you can do that.
Good thing to see, man. Everyone who wants these is getting them, and that's good to see.
Seems like these are a lot of these are releasing. I thought they'd be a little bit more limited, but it seems like there's more and more pairs coming out.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of them coming out.
You guys already know by next year there's probably going to be a small restock.
Oh, for sure. For sure. There always is. The other shoe, big collab coming out is the Clot Air Max 1, the Cha T pair is releasing tonight, I guess, Thursday night, on the Juice store, on the Clot store. We had the orange, the original Kiss of Death come out months ago. And then this one was kind of teased, and finally it's coming out this week. Anybody after these?
Yeah, I'm going to give it a shot for these ones. I like these ones a lot better than the orange ones, to be honest with you. So
I agree. I think this is a much more wearable shoe.
Yeah.
It's a very nice
color. The only thing I hate is the clear goddamn toes.
Which is the whole
but it is what it is.
But...
that's the
Let me know if you need some custom socks, and we'll fill in that toe box for you in brown.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, just do the exact lay-in.
Exactly.
They're also doing. They also released the original color in like baby sizes and kid sizes.
Oh wow!
So Albert could get one for little baby one for Carter. That would be pretty hype.
That would be cool.
Little sweaty feet.
Yeah.
Low smoked
up.
Yeah, little sweaty feet. The next shoe coming out this weekend is a Reebok, and it is the Iverson Answer 4 being retroed for first time in a long time. I don't even remember the last time they brought this out. They did it in a hot rod color.
I love it.
So it's flames. It's purple with orange and red flames.
Eli, you already know you're going to be wearing a Suns jersey with this.
Gonna say, I'm getting a little bit of Phoenix Suns vibe from these.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know these shoes were inspired by his tattoos. As you see, he's got the crew thick there across the band. It's got his characters there on the toes. So inspired by a whole bunch of his ink, man. It's cool to see these come back in some wild colorways. Because usually they reserve this type of shit for questionings. But it's cool to see him like, try some fucking out of the box shit with the answer fours.
I think the last time these came out was 2013. I'm pretty sure I was still working at Foot Locker and Champs.
They came out this year, didn't they? Like a whole bunch.
Well, yeah, this year, but like the last
prior
time
to this year.
Yeah.
Got you.
I want to know what it says on the tongue. They don't have any pictures of it with it opened up. It looks like there's some. It says Iverson, but it says something underneath.
Something, yeah.
Can't tell.
Yeah, those are pretty cool.
Yeah.
The thing that I wish they kept, because I remember the original ones had like pure metal on the bottom, like where his face was. But now I think it's like a little rubbery. But I remember my cousin had the original ones, and it was metal, where he would be playing in the park and it would get all dented up and stuff.
Oh shit.
They also added that clip across the top too, where it says Crew Thick. That wasn't on the original pair, so it's kind of cool to see
on there.
Put that in there to add that on.
Had something to hold that zipper down.
Yeah.
Guaranteed that people played ball in them, and it just kept opening up.
For sure.
Like the KGs.
Well, as Jermaine called them before we were on the show, these are the Guy Fieri Iversons with his Randy River fire shirts.
I hope someone wears a fire shirt with these. Whoever buys them, get a fire shirt.
All right, the next shoe coming out this weekend, we've talked about recently on this show, is the Jordan 7 Paris Saint Germain. This is coming out on Saturday at a lot of locations. Dope. It's a dope version of the Jordan 7. They did a really good job. I mean, every Paris Saint Germain has kind of worked for me, but I like this one
that
too.
Eiffel Tower in the back.
The Fleur de Lis, Eiffel
Tower.
That's
slick.
Yeah, Pan Am on the side.
Some clear these ones as much netting. As I was.
No.
This is one of the rare times where the more times I see them, I'm like kind of cooling off on them a little bit, to be honest.
There's some
first
bad
time I saw them a couple years ago. Yeah.
Like look at this. Like look at this picture.
Is this someone's bed?
Yeah, that's rough.
Just not looking good.
I don't know how I feel about the kind of clear paneling on these.
The mesh netting.
Yeah, like
it's different.
I don't know if that. I feel like clear on a 7 just takes you back to that. like
yeah, we all know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And I always cringe when I see people take sneakers photos on their bed when they're used. I mean, I know you feel some type of way wearing outdoor clothing on bed on bed
my
sheets.
god.
Yeah.
Oh my, I don't know, man. I don't know how people do it, bro. I
remember seeing some people take photos of like their used sneakers on a kitchen table, and I'm like, "What are you doing?
What, you fucking eat there? Are you bugging?" That's crazy, man. Crazy.
All right, this week we got a Yeezy release, the Yeezy Quantum, coming out in a flash orange colorway. Is this still the basketball shoe, or like what is this now? I don't even know what's going on.
I think this is lifestyle. I want to say.
Wasn't this the basketball shoe?
I thought that was a basketball shoe.
Yeah. So they released a lifestyle version and a basketball shoe for the first ones or whatever. I don't know if these ones are the basketball or the lifestyle. There's like a little bit of difference in them, but yeah.
A little bit. Looks like a Jordan 11 sole.
Sort of. Yeah,
I like the Quantums, but I don't like the price.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, over 3.
I feel like what happened was they
like 330 Canadian.
330, yeah. Yeah, I remember when these first came out, like they were a big deal, and then I think they just waited way too long to bring them out. Like not these ones, but like just the silhouette in general.
They teased them at that All-Star game in Chicago,
yeah. And then it didn't come out for so long, and then when it did drop, nobody cared anymore. Like,
in between that drop too, didn't they have like hundreds of other Yeezys that came out?
They had a bunch of the other, I'm sure, V2s and stuff, but yeah, I don't know why. Everybody saw these on All-Star, and it was supposed to be a thing where the week after or the month after they were going to drop, and then it took like a year.
Yeah.
It was forever.
Why don't you just drop them on All-Star game?
Yeah,
just
when
drop
they came
All-Star
out, it was like, fuck this, I don't want this anymore.
Because I think this would have been the first pair I would have gone after since the Is it the 750s that the original Yeezys that came out?
Yeah, the highs with the strap.
The highs, yeah.
750.
Yeah.
Like I remember trying to go get those on the first day, but these ones I was like, oh, this might be the first Adidas Yeezy I might actually try to go for.
Yeah, man.
It took so long, and then you just get that fatigue after. You just like, I waited way too long.
Exactly.
That's a pass. That's a pass for everyone else, I think.
Yeah, it's a pass.
Yeah.
And the last shoe coming out this week, again, SB doing rolling releases. So it might be coming out for a while, is the the P-Rod Dunk, which we've talked about in the past. I'm still not sure why it's a dunk. Obviously, I know why it's a dunk because that's what's hype, but why not make this a P-Rod if you're doing the P-Rod? But you're taking all the classic P-Rod colorways and crazy collabs that they've done over the years, and then you put them on a different shoe. That's just hyped up.
I wonder if it's because P-Rod had different silhouettes for all his shoes.
Yeah, like which one do you do? But just do the one.
Yeah.
Just do the first one.
Just do the first one, right?
Yeah, just do the first one with all the crazy colors. Like, it's weird to me.
I'm gonna still try to go for these ones.
Oh yeah.
It's still a cool concept, obviously, but
I've always loved the dunk, and I remember trying to always wanting a pair of them from the source, but I just never had the money back then.
I think you just got to break into the Source's vault because I think they still have a full size run.
I think they got two size runs, I think.
Yeah, they pulled the classic where they got however many 2 size runs of it, and then on release day they sold 1 size run, and then they just put the rest of them in a vault and would put one on the wall and be like, $1,000.
Yo, and that one on the wall collected so much dust, and it was in the case. Colors.
It was in the case. I remember.
No, after that they just had it on the fucking top of the shelf, no box, nothing covering it. Because I remember I was able to grab it, and I was looking at it.
Yeah,
and they didn't give a shit. People trying it on and holding it.
So, but apparently the rumor has it there's full size run sitting somewhere in Calgary. Still of these
disintegrating in the box or
yeah, pretty much.
It's crazy though how they never lost their Nike account because of that, because they started reselling
because they probably never sold it, and they probably just put it on the wall and left it there. Nobody paid that price.
$1,000
$1,000 now, people would pay that in a heartbeat for the dunk, 100%. But back then no chance. Those weren't going for that much back then.
They came out, they were 120 140 when they retailed. And then day later,
but they were even going for 4, 5. So they were asking $1,000. It was crazy back then. But
well, I remember the next day they had them. I think they had it at 780 or some shit like that. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then a couple months later, it's $1,000. I'm like, man, I should just bought them while they were $700.
Oh man.
Yeah, huge disservice though to the Rodriguez lines, because those first ones, man, those would have been dope with all these prints on them. Mm-hmm. All 5 of the models. So like Adam said, understand why it's dunks, because that's the only way it's really gonna sell out. Because ain't nobody checking for Rodriguez. Shouts to my guy Kadeem. I know you listen down in Portland. You're the only Rodriguez collector I know, so you're kind of busted up over these. But man, they definitely should have went with some actual true models. Mm-hmm. But these will sell out in 0.5 seconds, so they made the right business move, I guess.
I think they're already sold out and they haven't even been released.
Man, the thing I love about these, it just brings back so many memories of being in Goodfoot and seeing all the P-Rods that were sitting. And it I remember almost every single colorway that's on the shoe.
Yeah.
In in high school.
Yeah, crazy. So everybody's trying to grab these, I would assume, entering the raffles.
These, yeah.
Yep. Jermaine, you want to help me out?
Yeah, sure, I will, but I damn sure don't want them. You can definitely enter.
That's
size
fair.
10.
Size 10.
So before we get to our main topic of the week, which is going to be the best sneaker of all time, the Air Jordan 11.
Reach.
I'm not even saying arguably the best sneaker. I'm saying the best sneaker.
Because it's not arguable.
It's not arguable. It's not even a contest. I saw somebody sharing in the group this week asking what your favorite 5 Jordan models were. And a lot of Jordan 1s, obviously. Not as many Jordan 11s as I thought. Is that changed? Is that changed? The newer generation doesn't care for the 11s because they just brick.
Yeah, because they weren't busted into this culture via basketball, man. Like, if you're not busted into the shoe culture via basketball, like, you're not really here for 11s. Like, those things hit on the streets, obviously, but, like, number one, first and foremost, that's a basketball shoe. So if you're not really hot on basketball, I can imagine the Jordan 11 not really being, something you're necessarily checking for. I think it's super casual, but a lot of folks don't. Hey, man.
Was there anything, I never saw the whole list, but was there anything higher than a 12?
Oh, yeah, there was a couple 17s.
Mostly me. I think it was mostly me. I put a 16, 17 on there.
Yeah, I feel like with the 11s, everybody knows they can get them every year in December, and that sort of.
But you can get every Jordan
down
1.
The hype or whatever.
Yeah.
Jordan 1s, though, you get them every week.
And there were
but I mean, like, everybody can get that silhouette. That's going to drop in December. The only time it's going to drop. Like, it's not going to drop at any other time.
But they make the most. They make the most of those 11s. Like, they'll make millions of pairs of 11s, and they'll still sell them all. So
still sell out. Yep.
It's a different breed. Before we get to the Jordan 11s, we got a couple new topics to get to this week. One is NASCAR racer Denny Hamlin, who is a 10-year veteran on Jordan brand, got his own sneaker, his own PE. They're calling it the Jordan 1 Racer. It's fireproof, obviously, has to be, and it's like a NASCAR racing shoe. I
think that's pretty cool.
Coming in his FedEx colorways to match his FedEx jacket.
Yeah. I thought it was cool, but I wish they kept it as a swoosh instead of just a big ass jump man. But I mean, it's different, especially for NASCAR.
Yeah. And like I have no idea how this is going to help him or not, but it's super cool.
Gotta be the shoes, bro. Gotta be the shoes.
Super cool to see them. I'm
surprised it took this long for Denny to get his own PE, man. That guy's a
10 years
team for a long ass time. Motorsports OG.
Yeah.
I do like that leather, that white leather where it has like the emboss. Like, I guess, is that his logo?
Looks
like
his
number.
Or number 11. Okay.
Yeah.
It's just his number. Same as on the tongue here. But I
feel like NASCARs are getting a little bit more into branding and stuff like that, especially with Lewis Hamilton coming in and sort of becoming the big star that he is now. Maybe that's why it took so long. Because
is he a NASCAR driver? I thought he was.
He's F1.
Oh, sorry, what was he? F. Well, yeah, I mean, same type of realm, I guess you could say, just in that car scene. But it's definitely interesting.
Cool to see that there's a lot of stuff happening outside of just basketball now.
Yeah, exactly.
And like how things are expanding and how Jordan Brand is growing their family. Because I mean, you can only do basketball for so long, and then you turn out to be like a Chris Paul.
With a Chris Paul model.
The Chris Paul model that never exists, but he always has it on his feet.
Yeah, you can't buy it.
Some way.
At this point, if you do get a newer Chris Paul model, that has to resale got to go up on that because they're
can't
rare.
Find them anywhere. Can't get them anywhere. The next shoe we want to look at is Jermaine was sharing this with us this week. He was super stoked that this was coming out. It is the Air Max 96-2. It's going to be a quick strike release called the Beach colorway. Coming with a cream, sort of tan upper with denim hits and a fuzzy yellow swoosh.
I like the
mini swoosh really got me on there. Like the little one.
Yeah. Little fuzzy one, yeah.
Yeah, I've kind of gotten over the disrespect of the sole. I've just kind of, come with the grips. That's what it's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm in. I've always liked the Air Max 96-2s more than the ones personally. So to see them with some new cool colorways, trying some new things with the materials too, man, let's make it happen. I'm here for these joints.
Is this a release date pickup for you, Jermaine?
Retail and under, yeah. Like I'm not going to go out of my way or pay resale for these things, but if I could wake up at my regular time, log on, put them in my cart and get them regular without any kind of hustle, yeah, man, I can make these happen. I'll add these.
This is a perfect summer shoe too.
For sure.
Yeah, it's a nice clean shoe.
Gum sole, denim, rubbies on the check. Come on, man.
Mm-hmm. Anybody
then
else?
sixes.
Anybody else jumping after these ones?
I think these are cool. Jermaine, you swayed me on that pair for sure. They have my interest.
That's what's up.
Jermaine's our influencer
Yeah,
on all
Jermaine
these.
has that influence.
I've been influenced.
Jermaine can sway opinions like that.
That's what's up, man. They're clean, man. They're clean, and like they've come with a bunch of whole new colorways actually. And the Concord joints that came out for the women last week was so fire. Didn't come in my size, so I was kind of crushed about that. But like some of the colorways that are coming out in the Air Max 96 2s, man, with these included, super hard. Super hard. And off everyone's radar too. That's what I love, man. That's what I love.
Yeah, they fly under the radar for sure.
Love that.
They seem like a pair that you could probably wait till after release day and then use like a Foot Locker coupon or something.
Probably.
Yep.
Although these ones do have those two letters on them, QS, which always gets people just buying them because they think it's cool to have a QS. So let's go to the next pair that we saw some pictures of this week. Drake was seen wearing his new model, his Nocta, first potential Nocta sneaker release. We've had a bunch of Nocta clothing drops over the last year, but this is the Nike Hot Step Air Terra, and this is a snakeskin model.
Yeah,
What do you
I
think
guess
about this?
Drake
I'm just curious to know if he's
coming on with
wearing
a lot of these like weird Air Max, weird Terra, like just odd things.
Is Drake wearing leather pants?
interesting.
That's what I want to know.
It
Yes.
definitely looks like leather Jordan.
Yeah, orange leather.
I'm like sweating looking at these photos.
Naturally, I mean,
These look like karsts to me.
Yeah, a little bit.
They look like boots. I saw somebody Photoshop a Skechers logo on this picture here. And I was like, okay.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Like the all white pair was making some noise, man.
Yeah,
These
so this
ones,
one.
I don't know.
But I'm gonna still say this: K Swiss.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
No,
he's been
not
trying
that
out
bad.
like these
Not that
random
bad.
silhouettes, so it'll be interesting when he sort of picks one to stick with and sort of releases that to public. But yeah, I'm intrigued to see what happens.
It's cool at least that he's trying to do a new release or
Yeah,
new silhouette and not just like not doing the Travis Scott thing, not doing the Jordan 1. Doing what he did with the OVO stuff. So that's kind of cool. After this, we've got actually a bunch of dunks to look at. First up is Familia, the skate shop out of Minneapolis. It has another collab with Nike doing a dunk. This time paying homage to the great Minnesota legend Prince, or the artist formerly known as Prince, in a purple colorway with stars all over and a little ticket stub on the insole.
I didn't see the insole. That's hype.
So I think Familia is the one that does the skunk dunks, right? They do like the 420.
I think so.
So they've done a few collabs in the past with Nike. So
Yeah,
this is probably coming out a little bit later this year.
Man, they should make you pick a song and sing it in order to buy
say that again, Jermaine.
Oh man, you got to cleanse yourselves in the waters, the beautiful waters of Lake Minnetonka.
Yeah, I thought I heard you say that.
Had to.
Yeah. No, these are sweet. That, man. I like them.
I like that. The Prince, essentially Prince's like entire team though, like they're pretty tight when it comes to royalties and things like that. So do we know if Prince is like?
No. So this doesn't have anything to do with Prince.
Right.
Like there's no, like even that ticket, it's not Prince. It's not like a Prince concert or anything. It's just paying homage to Prince with the purple and being from the same city, same state, I think.
And the purple is only on the laces, right?
Looks like it. It looks like there's a little purple piping.
Okay, yeah.
All around. And on the insole.
Yeah, that Prince estate can get pretty stingy. So I'm sure Nike.
Yeah, they play the cards pretty close to their chest. They don't let his.
This is how you do it, Adidas. Without even Prince's name on there, we know it's a Prince shoe.
Yeah, exactly.
Figure it out. I
shared it earlier this week. Somebody was commenting saying that Nike needs to take note. Like Adidas is killing it with collabs this year. And I was just like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
I don't know who it was. It was somebody kind of big that had a lot of followers.
It was on Twitter.
I was
Instagram,
like, what is going on? Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
Name
seriously.
one.
Somebody
And they were saying that Nike is just dropping retros that people are dying over.
They're just dropping retros. I guess the one Adidas one, we didn't really do it justice, that came out last week, I think, was the Bape one, and maybe people were hyped about that, but every other Adidas collab has been trash upon trash upon trash.
But Bape and Adidas, you can never really go wrong with it. Like,
that's not Adidas doing that. That's like Bape doing that.
But do you know what
in
I mean?
my mind, right?
Yeah, like you can't really go wrong. Like Bape is already Bape, and you already know what it's gonna kind of look like. But when you go like the Simpsons, like you got some cool shit, and then you come up with trash.
Yeah, like you cannot mess up a Bape collab because all you have to do is put the camo on there.
Yeah.
Like you're
put the
not
camo
doing
and
anything.
a star, and you're done.
Literally, you are
Shooting
designing nothing. You are just putting the camo on there. So.
And the best part is Bape probably already has a bootleg, and Adidas just puts the 3 stripes on there.
Yeah, seriously.
And it's like, yeah, man, that's a good collab.
Good collab.
And you work with Disney or something, and you're just like, yeah, we can only put Ariel on the inside of the shoe, but not the outside. And
they didn't even put her on it.
She wasn't even on bro.
That was the best collab of the decade. I need 10 pairs of each of those.
Little Mermaid collab. Moving along with the dunks, we've got the New York versus New York, commemorating the street ball tournament that happens every summer. Dunk coming in mostly white with a clear sole, orange swoosh, New York versus New York on the heel, and some green hits on the toe and upper and the tongue.
I feel like I need to go to 7-Eleven right now and get like a
nylon on the tongue there.
And they glow. Yeah, a little nylon on the tongue.
Yeah.
And they glow pretty solid.
Wow.
I'm not mad at these, man. These are kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I love we all love the history associated with sneakers when it comes into it. Ooh, what's that on the sole?
I love that clear sole.
These are all the parks. These are all the teams.
Oh shit!
Yeah, see that stuff's dope, man.
Yeah,
this sort of reminds me of like the Quad 54, right? Because this is their tournament.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Adidas, simple colors, and we know.
Shit.
Yeah, it's not hard. It's not rocket science to do some storytelling here.
I just wish that we could get someone from Adidas to come on our podcast and just tell us like what the process. Like, I'm just curious.
We might have burned that bridge.
Yeah, I think we're done. I don't think they're coming on.
I just want to know what the process is. Like, what do you guys do to come up with these ideas and colorways and all that kind of shit? Like, what goes into it?
I just like it's almost like they like
how shitty they are.
Yeah, it's almost like they just like they want
try.
the name of the collab, but they're not gonna do anything to it. So even if it was like a copyright thing, it's just like, hey, well, if you could only make white shoes, just say no. You don't need that collab. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's not.
I would like to disagree again. That's the best collab of the decade. Thanks.
Yeah, but it was like that.
I wait to see Eli in those.
Yeah,
in those aerial ones at the next sneaker swap.
It's coming.
Like that Blake Griffin PE last week that we talked about, how they could only put the license on the left shoe or the right shoe or the left shoe or some shit.
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah. Oh man.
All right, one more shoe to get to before we get to our main topic of the week. Again, back in the dunk realm. This time it is the skate shop Color Skates. They are a skate shop out of Greece, and they did a Kebab and Destroy dunk high. So it's a shout out to the Euro. There it is on the heel of the shoe.
Oh man!
You mean a gyro?
A gyro, a Euro, a Euro, whatever you want to call
Kebab.
it. And then the Color Skates logo on the other heel. Some interesting materials here, like a cement print, brown cement print on the back, and then
that's a kebab print. Adam,
that does look kebabby. It looks delicious.
I guess it's a kebab print.
No, I'm gonna be back, guys. I'm gonna get a shawarma list.
I wasn't thinking. And then you got the kebab on the insole. Big kebab energy in the insole.
My mouth is watering right now. I'm hungry, guys.
Yeah.
Damn.
This is pretty dope. I like this one.
I'm not gonna lie, the dunk, the colors that are on here, minus the elephant print. I feel like I've seen it before from like the past, but I'll fuck with this. It's nice.
Mhm.
Yeah, nice and simple.
Yeah, I like the icons on it. The little images are cool.
I think some off-white laces set this thing off, man. Personally, I'm gonna lose the tomato laces. Give me some Donair sauce laces. I think these things are off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder they got to come with another set of laces, hey?
Probably. I would assume so.
What do you think? White, like the inside, or like the tongue,
I think the tongue for me.
like that yellow
Yeah, I think the tongue.
I'm gonna go Donair white.
Donair white,
Going there away.
the cream
contrast.
cream sauce. All right, I think it's that time. We're done on the tiny topics of the week. We are on to the Air Jordan 11. If you haven't listened to the show before, we do try to do every week. It's kind of every other week we'll do a Jordan model. So hit back on our old shows, listen to the 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, all the other sneakers. We go through all the colorways. This time, I think we got something a little bit more special. So you should be watching along because this is my favorite Jordan of all time. And I have almost every colorway. And I spent a good amount of time digging them all out of the boxes. And I have them here right beside me. And I'll bring them up and we can show them as we go through the history of the Jordan 11.
Sure.
Already? There's
I'm
a
right
few.
behind you. I've only got 31 pairs of 11s, but I damn sure wasn't digging them all out. I just dug out my one old pair, and we get to that. I'll get the story.
I didn't dig them
We'll
up,
get
but
there.
you guys can see them.
You can see them all there.
Mine are
There's a
here
couple of them,
Yeah.
and then a couple.
I see a
like,
cool
Entire
gray.
11 collection right here.
I see a cool gray. I see Har. Is that a Pantone box?
That is a Pantone box. You got
Okay,
it.
so
Ooh.
everybody's got 11. I see Concord too in that little clear box.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's some Space
I
Jams
can see them.
around there.
All right. So I guess first off, we do have to share the screen and start at the beginning. Unfortunately, I don't have any original Jordan 11s. I did have a pair of original Columbias, but they were just trashed and they were such rough shape. It was time to let them go. But starting out, the Jordan 11, Michael Jordan has made his triumphant return to basketball with the new model. And it's the Jordan 11 with the patent leather to sort of replicate the look of a dress shoe. So you can wear this off the court. You can wear it on the court. You can go to a fancy ball or gala, New Year's gala with these on. That
You
was
get married
kind of
in them?
You could get married in them. In fact,
Right.
some of us have.
No doubt. So clean. Heat map herringbone too, man. That's another first at this thing, dude. Ballistic mesh, crazy, man. So many doors knocked down with this model. Just like unprecedented when it comes to first on a pair of Air Jordans, man. This thing is crazy.
Kind of the beginnings of Zoom Air in this shoe. We had the tensile air units, which weren't technically Zoom Air, but they're pretty close to what
This
Zoom
shoe
Air
is-
was going to.
It was so futuristic, and it was so clean. Like it was done clean.
Mhm.
It's not like if I compare technology wise and sneaker wise now, when you talk about tech, it's like it's so extravagant how you see some of these sneakers now. And then you look at the Jordan 11, and yeah, you can wear it on the court. You can wear it to a business meeting. You can wear it to an award show. I know Boys to Men wore the Concords to I think it was MTV award shows or something like that
Mhm.
back in '95.
Lots of
But-
sneaker dudes. Like Jason Sudeikis wears these on red carpets all the time. I know Andrew does too.
Andrew Fong.
Shout out to Andrew
Yep.
winning his fourth and fifth Canadian Screen Awards this last
Super
week.
dope.
His fourth one in 4 years for Kim's Convenience. So batting 100 on that.
He's sweeping
Another
up the
opportunity
competition.
to wear 11s again.
Yeah.
To have another in-person show.
Yeah. So
It's crazy, man. Like I'm just like in awe just looking at this thing, man.
mhm,
The Jordan 11 is crazy. Just the composition of it is crazy, man.
such a
Yeah,
beautiful shoe. So we're looking at the Concord. The first Jordan to come out is the Concord white with black patent, clear sole. And where the Concord comes in is on the sole. You have that dark Concord, which is like a purple, dark blue purple on the sole and a little bit on the tongue. It's got the Jumpman on the tongue with that colorway.
Was there a reason for Concord purple that anybody knows of, or was that just a design choice?
Yeah, I think that was Tinker Hatfield and the boys getting experimental with it, as they tend to do, man. Every now and then, especially in those early 90s to mid 90s, there's going to be a wild color on the brand new Air Jordan that has nothing to do with the Chicago Bulls.
Yeah.
That comes in, that championship purple comes in, man, it's lights out. It's lights out.
I mean, it doesn't hurt that he came back and won championship.
Oh yeah.
Definitely not.
So the next colorway
after getting beat.
I wonder how many people know that the Concords are named after that dark purple.
No, Concord means white and black is what it means to most people. I mean,
with the dark Concord. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Like, I wonder how many people actually know what it is.
Like, if you saw a shoe that had this color blocking, people would call it Concord.
Concord.
And it's like, no, it doesn't have the dark Concord.
There's no purple.
Man, that just brought up like when the 11s started really picking up and everyone was like into 11s again, and it was like when people like, yeah, you know those Space Jam Concords, and it's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Space Jam Concords, red Concords,
red Concord.
Everything was a Concord.
Yeah.
Dude, people to this day do not know why they're called the Concords because
like I'd say pre 2017 maybe almost every nickname was just based off of the color of the shoe. And then we got into like really crazy nicknames of things. It was always like there was a wild color name, like a unique color name.
Yep. And
that's what it was called. That's what the nickname was for.
No doubt, man. And we didn't even start calling these Concords till the mid 2000s. They were just white and black 11s, man. These were white and blacks. These were white and blacks, man.
Even simpler times.
Yeah.
Simpler times.
Exactly.
So after the Concord, we get the All-Star colorway, the white and Columbia blue mid tops. So yeah, these high Jordan 11s are actually considered mids. I don't really want to know what a high would look like.
Yeah, I think
89 elites with the neoprene.
I think we've seen pictures of them.
Yeah, MJ was wearing them. They'll come out with the tongue. MJ was wearing them.
So Columbia blue is that UNC blue, baby blue, or what they now call legend blue. You got the baby blue Jumpman on the heel, baby blue on the tongue. You got a bit of a blue translucent sole, and then the rest of the shoe is all white with just black interior.
I will say,
do we know why they changed that blue to legend blue? Why didn't they just leave it Columbia?
There was some.
It was the brand, wasn't it?
I think Columbia, the brand, was like they had some legal issues with them.
They didn't want the blue.
Mm-hmm.
There's a collector, I'm not gonna say his name, but in YYC SOLEdiers that has the in-game worn all-star jersey, like jersey and shorts that are authenticated and everything. And I think he also has a player-worn Jordan 11s, the Columbias. But
he has Michael Jordan's set from that game.
Yeah. He's a huge collector, man. He's like so big that he actually named his son Michael Jordan. I'm sure you guys have met him in the scene, but
that rings a bell when
he's like an older Filipino guy, but he's like a diehard Jordan. He even has the fucking Laney jerseys that Michael Jordan wore that Michael Jordan's coach in high school gave to him because he was like a diehard and everything.
Jesus,
yeah, bro.
We need to get him on the pod.
We
need him on the pod.
Bring that guy out.
I don't know if he'd ever be on it, but like I met him through the lineups and shit. But he's actually my friend's dad, and I never knew he was like such a diehard until I saw like a bit of his collection, like a lot of his memorabilia stuff. I was like, what the fuck? And it's all authenticated, all that kind of stuff.
Crazy.
But I don't think he lives in Calgary anymore. I think he's in Saudi Arabia or something like that.
Well, we need him on the pod.
Yeah, we'll get him on. We'll get him on one day.
We'll get him on the pod. From Saudi.
Then we get some low 11 low IEs. We get the black and red, and we get the cobalt. So the low IEs are a bit divisive, I think, in the sneaker world. A lot of people don't like them because they don't have the patent leather. They trade the patent leather for cement print, elephant print on the on the upper. Same sole though, exact same sole, and pretty much same tech in the midsole cushioning system.
Definitely.
And any were they called the ventilators or some shit at one point, or the vents? I remember someone said it to me, and I was like, I don't know what those are, but
one thing I'm tired of is them just all being labeled as IE. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Like the story is, and I've been fighting this fight for years, and I finally just give up because casual culture always wins. But it's going to take Air Jordan to tell the story. IE is essentially a color code that was only on the white and cobalt original pair because it was left on as the color code. It wasn't on the black and red pair. Black and red pair just said the Air Jordan Low. That was all that was on the box. IE was just on this pair. And somewhere along the way, man, all of these elephant print lows started getting called IEs. And like, I remember, man, I used to, like 15 years ago, 10 years ago, I used to get so upset at people. I'm like, yo, these aren't IEs, not an Air Jordan 11 IE. But like, as usual, you just got to give up, man. Everyone just.
What does the IE stand for?
It was a color code. It was a color code for cobalt. Yeah, for cobalt. So like at the back of on any Air Jordan shoe from any year, the last 3 numbers would be the color code.
Yeah.
And it used to be letters back then. So IE was like a color code on the box just for the cobalt pair. And it got left on the font when it got printed on the shoe on the tag.
Size
so
tag,
Air Jordan Low IE, it got left on that just for the cobalt pair. It's not the black and red pair says Air Jordan Low. Pairs after, like, those are the only 2 colors to come out. So it was just that one. And then somewhere along the line, it just got twisted. Oh, it means international edition. Oh, it means this, that, and the third. Oh, it's IE. And I just kind of give up. And it's going to take the brand to come out. But I think the brand at this point is just like, yeah, whatever, man. Everyone's
they don't care.
At this point, the brand storytelling doesn't matter anymore. So.
That's why I ask about the vents, because someone told me they were vents. That's with the openings on the side. And I was like, oh, they're Air Jordan 11 Low vents. And I was like, oh, shit. Like, I didn't know that.
But I guess if they start calling these the Jordan 11 Lows, now what are they going to call the other Jordan 11 Lows? You know what I mean?
Patent.
Yeah, exactly. That's gives them a way to decipher them. But
I think that's the big thing there. So we're not going to go through all the. I know Jermaine's going to hate it, but we're not going to go through all the IEs. But we are going to go through all the regular lows. We're going to go through all the patent toe lows and highs, not the women's colorways, maybe a couple along the way. But there's a lot of IEs out there. There's some great colorways in those shoes. And
shoe that doesn't get much love, to be honest with you. Doesn't get much love.
It's nice. They're comfortable.
The last couple of ways, man. Like they came with those white and red samples that came out, the referee samples that came out. They brought some of the the deep cuts out in the last few years. So that was pretty dope.
So next up, 96, we have the black and red. I'm not gonna say what everybody calls these because just say black and red or say playoffs.
Or say playoffs.
You don't need to shorten it. It's just black and red.
But it's bread though, like the bread that you toast, right?
Shut up. We're not using that word. It's a black and true red, which has changed over the years. It's gone true red, varsity red, back and forth and back and forth. But the original was true red.
This was the Air Jordan 11 I remember seeing so much. I mean, actually, it's not that one because it's 2001. So I guess I'll save that for when we get to those.
I'll save that for there. So this is where I'm going to stop sharing. And maybe I'll just pin my video. And then we can go through all the Air Jordan 11s. How about that? Sound good?
That.
All right. So we'll start it off. 2000 Concord. Jermaine's got them too.
The best, man. This is my oldest pair of Air Jordan 11s. Been to mad heat games in these. I've had to wash these so many times. Crazy.
Man, both soles on both of yours. Like, I love that white ice and I love the yellow, like piss yellow.
Yeah, I got no idea how Adams look like that because these, man.
You know why? This isn't my first pair of Concords. I've gone through many pairs of like 2000 Concords. This is one I got from Steve only a few years ago that he had just sitting.
Oh shit.
Like basically dead stock. He had worn them a few times and they're holding together pretty well, surprisingly.
Does it still have the Nike Air on the inside? For those of you that don't know, you say Nike Air.
Yep.
I don't know, long gone.
Nike Air on the inside.
But that
2003.
That like yellowing on yours, like that was my favorite part. Like that's my favorite part about Jordan 11s.
I love it, bro. I love when these things start to age vintage naturally, man. Naturally. Like these things get
naturally.
Talk. Yes, exactly. Underline that shit. Naturally. These things could talk, man. They would have so much shit to say. Like Concords, these weren't my first pair of 11s. They're my second pair of 11s, but still, nonetheless, man, like the things I went through, first of all, to get these. I remember staying up at night, man, having dreams about the Air Jordan 11. This was before I got any of them. And like, just like being able to finally get this pair when I did off of one of my cousin's friends in South Florida, man, when it finally happened, I like lost my shit. Like I could have died that day. Happily, man, happily.
Yo, and just to bring it back kind of to our talk, was it last week when we talked about the Jumpmans kind of going left and right?
That was on the 10.
Yeah.
That was on the 10, right? But these ones, don't they switch too over the years?
Yeah, they had both were facing forward here on the 2000s.
Yeah.
They didn't start flipping them around till 2010. But like, 2000, you've got that low res jump, man. We've got the gut and the ass. You got the ball as part of his hand, man. Like,
pull it to your right, Jermaine. It's behind the. Maybe that's just for me, but there you go. No, you're good.
Yeah,
you're good.
Okay, big boy, low res jump, man.
I remember doing so many legit checks for 2000 era Jordan 11s, and you could always, one of the big things, show that back heel. The ball never goes above the gap between the 2 and the 3.
Yeah.
That was like a big thing. Nowadays, quality is not there. You're gonna get some weird things, but that was like a big indicator of an authentic Jordan 11.
Yeah, that was like the number one at the time. And it always, like, regardless of how tore up or beat up it gets, when you put it back, it's always right in the middle. And that's how you can tell it was legit every time.
Never comes up to that 2.
No.
Yeah, and a little space between that 2, 3.
Yes, that's right. They weren't sandwiched together at that point. Yeah, that's right.
A lot of fakes were sandwiched together.
They were. But man, come on, man. Concords from 2000.
Beautiful.
These things, one of my oldest shoes altogether, like that I've had for most of my life at this point. I'm old as fuck now.
Built right, man.
Yeah, man. I can wear these right now.
They've lasted.
I can wear these right now, man.
Yeah.
Got no separation. I got a little crack in here on the inside, right here. But
not bad.
Yeah, seeing that these are 22 years old now, like, come on, man.
Yo, wasn't there another way too to check if they're real from the tongue the tongue? Like the Jumpman Jordan doesn't go a certain height.
I don't remember that too much. I just remember that heel.
I know, there was a lot of variation with these tongues too, man, because this was a super low res jump, man. I don't know if it comes across, but like to make a baby jump man like that, like they look wild. Like sometimes you get the stitching that goes through the foot, and it was super inconsistent back then, even with these especially. But man, there's not enough I can say about this shoe. Like I exposed about this I had like a Nice Kicks write up about me years ago at this point, and like I had to just essentially pour my heart out about these things. 2 Nice Kicks for them to write the story up, and like just bringing up memories, man. Memories with this shoe, like just places and times and moments, and like I said, losing sleep, just trying to see if I could get them. Where do I get them? I would call like stores that had no business having these, man, like Sport Check and shit. They had no business having these, and I would just call. Like when I first found out, I was like, "Hey, you guys have Jordan 11s in? They came out, I don't know, last year. Do you guys have them?" They're like, "What? No, we don't."
No.
Nobody.
Yo, you said you washed this pair too, right?
Yeah,
like threw them in the washing machine. Yeah,
no,
look how this. No. Oh no, I thought you threw them in the washing machine.
No, I washed the uppers with I used a brush and soap. I never put them in the machine, but I did wash them like multiple times, and they're pretty good. I got the laces on the inside. I got them delaced right now. The last time I washed them years ago, I haven't worn them in.
Man, I love that we can, like, for anyone listening, this is love. This is like true love for a sneaker.
This is so much more than just a shoe to me, man. So much more. This is like a moment in time. This is a feeling. This is literally a feeling, man. Like this brings up emotions to me. The Air Jordan 11 Concord, specifically from 2001 or 2000, when I was able to get it, man, just does things to me. Adam, I know you can relate. You all can relate.
I love it. Yeah.
Our shoes are all different for sure. For different shoes, I'm sure. But like it's so much more than just a shoe, man. And it always will be. And like, regardless of how many people love it and buy it, that's how you know you really love it, man. Because the whole world loves this shoe now.
Oh, yeah.
And like my love hasn't wavered at all post everyone loving it. And I'm sure 10 years from now, it won't be as hot as it is now. And I'm still going to love it, man. So thank you, Tinker Hatfield. Thank you, Michael Jordan. Thank you, a whole bunch of unnamed team members who never get love for making this. It was a whole squad of y'all that deserve love because this changed my life right here, man.
It's the greatest shoe of all time.
All time. Sorry, y'all.
That's it.
No, man, that's real love, yo.
Yep.
That's the stuff that like our listeners gotta hear.
Right. I'm gonna come back into the spotlight here. We're gonna go on to the next shoe.
Stealing the spotlight.
And
He's like, nope.
we're up with another 2000 pair. The Space Jams coming out for the first time. These ones are a lot more yellow.
I love
These are
it.
more like Jermaine's. And no Nike Air in that sole. These are gone. This was probably like my third or fourth pair of these. This is the best one that I've had yet, but they're coming apart here.
What year are these? Is this the
I can't
09
wear
pair?
these. This is 2000.
2000 pair, right.
This is a 2000 pair. So you're looking at, like Jermaine said, 20, 21 years old.
Yep.
Older than some of our listeners, yo.
Older than probably a lot of our listeners.
Dude, the upper is still pristine. That's what you got to see, listeners. The upper is still pristine. Like,
great shape.
Nowadays, with those patents, you can see white lines in there where the creases are coming out. It's disgusting.
I got a good scuff on it. Can you see that?
Yeah, you see that one. Oh, yeah.
That's a ladder.
Look
That's
at
a
that.
champs.
That's a 21-year stuff right there.
Yeah, you
can get that in about 3 minutes with these new 11s.
Yeah.
You step
And
outside.
on these ones, you have the Jumpman Jam on the tongue, different than all the other Jordan 11s.
Damn.
Come on and jam if you want to slam.
Right. I showed these off last week, but Columbia 2001, Columbia 11s. These are creasing up pretty good, hey? Pretty decent. They're staying in pretty good shape.
Pretty decent. The yellow patent is always the greatest.
Yeah.
When that patent starts to yellow.
Yeah, these ones haven't yellowed. I've had, again, multiple pairs of these over the years, and the patent always goes so yellow. But these ones are staying pretty clean.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I wish the Legend Blue 11s came with just that white clear sole.
Mm-hmm.
So nice.
I was actually kind of happy it was blue. Adam, those are your favorites as well, right?
Yeah, I like the Columbias.
When was the first time you saw those?
It would have been in like, I don't know. I don't remember really seeing the original ones, but seeing like the 2000 ones at like a basketball camp, at like Dino's camp. I remember somebody wearing these, somebody wearing the white and red low 11s, and me trying to convince my mom to go to the mall and buy them, and it was not happening. Never happened.
Not to mention they probably weren't even at the mall at that point.
No.
Right.
I doubt they were at the mall.
So. I remember the name Max Edinger. Shout out to you, 8th grade basketball team. He came back from LA with those Columbias, and like I damn near cried, man, when he came into practice with those. Like I was feeling cool. I had my KGs on, my KG3s. I love those at the time. But when Max Edinger walked up in the spot with these on his feet in 2000, bro, oh man, I needed them. And I didn't get Columbias until like 2007. That was my first pair of Columbias. It took me a while to get those, but like that one was, I knew before that was my favorite, but when I saw them in person, like it was solidified. Those were must-haves, man.
Yeah, these are beautiful. This one's super clean and holding together, but that's why I pulled the left one out, because the right one is flapping. The whole tongue is, or the whole toe is coming off.
Just wear one of your space jams that are not falling apart, and then wear those ones.
No, not doing that. Not doing that, Albert. Next up, still in 2001, we've got the black and red. This time, is it? I think it's true. I think it's varsity red at this point. Is that right?
2001. Yeah. Varsity
I
red,
think so.
2001.
Yeah, it was varsity red in 01.
Come till late. Yep.
Yeah, so super clean. This one is, you can see that there.
Yeah.
Pretty much unwearable.
I feel like they have never done justice to these other than the first ones ever released. And I don't know why.
Yeah, the last ones were
good. In terms of the quality. Anyway.
The last ones were good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, I didn't even realize how bad these ones are coming apart.
Yes,
man.
Oh, man.
Every time I see a playoff 11, I always fall in love with it. Every time. Like, the playoff 11's my favorite one. For sure.
I mean, can't be mad at that.
I was for a while. I was. Honestly, this was the first 11 where I was kind of getting sick of them, man. In like 2001, I didn't like this one that much. And I think it was mainly because this was the one I saw the most on people's feet.
Yeah.
So it took me a while to come around on this playoff colorway, to be honest. It did. And of the originals, it's still my least favorite, which is obviously not saying much because they're still ridiculous. Like, look at it. Crazy. But this one took me some time to come around with. Honestly, it's nothing to do with the color composition, nothing to do with like the blocking. It's strictly because this was the one I saw the most. And like when I was a young man, I did not want to have what everyone had. So seeing everyone at 11, I'm like, nope, I'd never want that one. And sure enough, obviously, 10 times over.
I remember my buddy in elementary had them, and he just wore them every day. And I was just like, man, an all black shoe with just a red bottom on it. That was like my thing. And I was like,
oh yeah,
holy shit! And it was kind of like it wasn't like it was like a little translucent, right? It's like you don't see that on other kids' shoes. Like we're over here wearing Velcros and shit, and this guy's wearing he's like Jordans.
Seriously.
His mom made him wear them for church shoes. That's what it was.
Oh man,
nice.
Thank you for the Lord. That's beautiful.
Big flex.
That's great. That's great. All right. Next up, we go to the low department. 2001, bring out the Zen Gray lows. Super rare pair to find nowadays.
You were looking for these for a while, weren't you?
Yeah, I was hunting, and I think I got them from the Winnipeg group.
Yeah,
somebody just popped up. I got like all my 2001 low 11s from that Winnipeg group for like steals.
Shouts to the Winnipeg fan.
These ones are clean. I would wage a bet that maybe Jermaine and I might be the only two pairs in this city. I think
I've never seen anybody with.
Never seen anybody else. So if you have them, you can be the third pair. Come out and let us know.
Oh.
I should pull mine out then.
You don't have a pair, Albert. Come on. So all white Jordan 11 low with just that Zen gray on the tongue, a little bit on the heel, on the sole. That's it.
These were hitting, man. I picked up my pair. I think it was 04. I think it was my second pair of lows all together, and they were still white at that time. So to have them, because like I know I'd never seen them in person until I had them. So that was my first time seeing them, man. So Zen gray lows, next level for sure. And like yellow patent leather and all, man. I rock them to this day, and there's like no separation at all. So easy to wear with anything, but like then again, that's never been a thing for me, man. I don't care about wearability. I wear any shoe, any color. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
That thing,
what's up, bro?
Right up the alley.
Man, y'all are getting me so excited. I'll be back. I gotta pee.
All right.
That's how excited you got.
I'm coming in with the next shoe. We're coming in with the snakeskin 11 lows. They switch up the patent on these ones and put in like a faux snakeskin, navy snakeskin.
My first lows. There they are. Shouts to Brett Colby hooking me up with these in 2003 at Dino's Ball Cap. Thank you, sir. Thankful to this day. These things are crazy, man. Absolutely crazy.
Yep.
They always showed up as navy. To me, they always looked, well, back then they looked green to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I always used to be like,
or like a turquoise almost.
Yeah.
Like they kind of shine. They have like a sheen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like
I've actually seen one of these in person, to be honest.
These are super yellow and they're
coming apart.
They're done. They're done. Can't be wearing these, but
so cool, man.
So anybody out there who glues, I got like a dozen pairs here ready to get glued. Yeah. So
cool.
This is where I'm gonna need Jermaine's help after this one to finish out the Jordan lows from 01. This is my favorite low by far, the white and varsity red low top. I do kind of get sick of it, just a black and a white patent on a Jordan 11. Like there's so many of them.
You gotta change it around.
So when you get a colored patent on a shoe, I love it. I absolutely love it. And what I was talking about before, seeing these at like a Dinos camp and then wanting them, my mom being like, no, that's stupid. Never buying these for you. So years later, tracking them down, I've had multiple pairs of these, and then they retroed them obviously in like 2016 or whatever. And I obviously had to scoop up all these pairs. So love this one.
Yeah.
Crazy, man.
And these are holding. I wear these. I wear these and these hold. These hold well.
Mine are gone. My old ones are talking to me now.
All right, Jermaine, I'm going to switch up so you can finish out the the 01 lows.
We'll do it, man. Columbia's. Columbia low.
There we go.
Columbia blue, man. This was my second pair of lows. I got these, the rare local eBay pickup. So I remember seeing these, I think it was 2003, 2004. Just started at Foot Locker and saw them on eBay, and crazy enough, they were out of Calgary. So I hit the boy up and I'm like, yo, come through the Foot Locker, man. I'll buy this from you right now. And he had to buy it. Now one of them was like, I think it was like 120, which at the time I remember like haggling about. I'm like, yo, 120? Come on, man. Like, that's kind of hefty, bro. So I think we settled at 100. He came through, and I remember he brought these through at Foot Locker, and everyone was going crazy about him because they'd never seen him in person.
Yeah.
I had never seen this colorway in person until he came through. Columbia
That's
lows.
crazy that he's from eBay and it was a person in Calgary.
Yeah, eBay
That's
in
rare.
Calgary.
That's
It was
rare.
wild.
Do you remember who it is? Is he still a collector?
I don't know. I don't even know his name. He was just Asian dude, man. That's all I can like remember as a descriptor. And like I never really knew him like that. It'd be cool if he was, man. And if he somehow sees this, bro, thank you. Thank you.
Asian
for these.
dude, if you're listening, give us a shout.
Yes, Asian dude. I still got him, man. When you
still
buy them
there.
through, and they're still 3 sizes too big for you, but they fit me perfect.
Were they actually 3 sizes too big?
Yeah, man. Yeah, he was. He said
OG
he didn't wear them
reseller.
in. Yeah, he didn't wear them in, but he said he tried wearing them before, and they were just way too big. It's like, bro, like you do. I wear a size 13, so I'm gonna buy those off you right now.
Yeah.
So to have these Columbia lows, yes, Columbia lows. This is Columbia blue. I know everyone likes to call them UNC, this, that, and the third. This is Columbia blue. So Columbia's. Love these.
What
as well, man.
what did the lows and the mids retail for back in 2000?
Oh man, I remember the mids. I think the mids were they 210?
No, they were less. I think they were like 189. Keep going. I'll check.
I thought they were over 2 because I remember my mom like saying $200 for shoes. And, like, that
She
was
about to
over
slap
back in the
the sneaker out of you.
Yeah, it's like what for what? And like that's when I knew I needed to get my own job because I need to get my own money because I need these shoes. These
Yeah, those are gorgeous, man. Holy.
crazy. Still
The mids
together.
were 199.
So $200.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I remember my mom being like, "It's crazy, 200, not happening."
How much were the lows then? They were probably like what 180 then?
150.
I never bought lows from the store. I never, until obviously recently, but 2001, I never got lows from the store, just from eBay and from, secondhand, really. I never got lows from the store back then. But I would guess the 150.
This still has the Athlete's World receipt.
Oh shit, Athlete's World. RIP.
And because they sat in the box forever with the receipt, this is what happened to them.
Oh
Oh,
no.
Well before
Yo, I know.
I got this pair.
I know a lot of people will always ask about that. So if you guys don't know when you see that on your Jordan 11s, it's because you left the receipt in the box. And for some reason,
Touching up. It was touching up on the shoe.
yeah.
It's not like just because it's in the box. Like put the paper in
It's like,
between.
yeah, sorry. If it's touching the sole, you are gonna get that black mark.
You get that rub. Yeah.
And you'll never be able to get, from what I know, you'll never be able to get that out.
No, you can't do nothing.
Nah. And all my ballers, guys who balled in them, I know you remember, cracked carbon right
yeah.
here.
Chips.
We all know. Yeah, we all know. It happened to all of us.
Yeah.
All of us, man. Crazy. Love these.
Crazy.
Shouts to that Asian dude, man. Hope he's still around.
So
It'd be cool if he's in the group and we didn't even know.
That would be
would be
dope,
cool.
man. I hope
That'd
so.
be cool.
That would be cool as hell, for sure.
I've had a few pairs of Columbia lows over the years. They all fall apart, and it's time to let them go. But the first one I remember getting was an eBay scoop. It was a listing that was it said like Vince Carter jersey Jordan. And I was like, what is this? And so I went to it, and it was a Nike Vince Carter Raptors jersey and a size 10.5 Jordan 11 low Columbia. But like, it didn't say it was shoes, but it was both of them. And I ended up winning it, I think, for like $80 for both of them. And then they
Both
shipped them
items?
out, and I got both. Yeah.
What?
It was dope pickup at that time.
Perfect. And you know, at that time, you're like $80. You're probably like, maybe
Yeah.
can I do a little better? Like, that's almost $100, man.
Maybe I can
Like,
sell this jersey for like $20. And
Yo,
I think I did.
Were they brand new or were they used?
No, they were used, but they were in good shape.
Jeez, yo, $80 with a jersey.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So after 2001, the Jordan 11 goes on a long hiatus. We have to wait quite a while to get them in 2008 when they start coming out annually. But before 2008, as Albert alluded to before, some people get married in their Jordan 11s. And here we have the DMP Jordan 11 from 2006. This is a Concord Jordan 11, I think they call it.
The Concord with the
Concord with the gold.
Concord with the gold.
But then you got gold, sort of metallic gold Jumpman, gold 23, gold on the tongue.
And was that the first reverse Jumpman? Because it was the other way.
I think it is. Yep. I think it is.
Start.
So
that was weird.
And then Jumpman, gold Jumpman in there. I don't know if you can see that.
And if you were lucky, you might have gotten the Jumpman on the
Jordan on the eyelets.
Oh yeah, Jordan.
That was very rare, super rare.
Very rare.
These came out obviously in the pack, the 11s and the 6s. I think we talked about the 6s probably back on the other
favorite
pod.
ones.
Yeah, the DMP 6. But I love these shoes. I'm never letting these go. Got married in these. Obviously didn't get all these for my groomsmen, but my groomsmen wore Concords. So from a distance, they all look the same, but you knew I had to be one step above everybody else.
Man, see, you were nice
Concords?
I don't put these above Concords, but they're that step up in like eliteness. They're the gold.
You were nice by getting them Concords, man. I made everyone wear Vans while I wore my 11.
I was fortunate to get married the year after the Concords dropped, like the summer after, so I was able to scoop pairs for retail.
Man, go back to that time when we had 5 years between Air Jordan releases.
Yeah.
That was where I felt like
crazy.
And in Calgary, we didn't get that one. I remember we talked about this on the 6 podcast, but like that DMP pack is like waiting. It's coming. We get the lanyards in, we get the shirts in. Shoes are coming. Never showed up.
Nothing.
So we had to wait 2 more years to get a brand new pair. And none of us have this shoe still, which is crazy to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to share the screen because the next Jordan 11 that comes out is the countdown pack. We've talked about the countdown packs to death, but there was 11, 12 countdown pack. This was the last pack to come out of that year in December. So Taxi 12s and the black and true red 11s. Beautiful shoe, terrible quality, but some of the worst quality Jordans ever. That 23 on the heel was just a sticker, and every single pair I see on GOAT or anything is like it's all the way rubbed off.
It's just black.
Yeah, it's just totally gone. It's terrible. So I wore the hell out of these and obviously don't have them anymore. I know, Jermaine, you had them too?
I did, man. This is one of the few Air Jordan 11s I actually ended up getting rid of.
Mm-hmm.
Once, I think it was once 2012 came around. Once 2012 came around, I'm like, okay, I don't need these anymore, man.
Yeah,
I think everyone that had the CDPs when the 2012 ones came, everyone just like
offload.
Take them for cheap.
Pretty much.
And now I wish I had them still because they're just like a unicorn.
Yeah. I keep going on GOAT to see if there's like a cheap pair, and they're all just so trashed. Like, no 23 on the heel. It's like I can't pay any money for that. Like,
it's okay. I'll make you the 23.
No, I don't want that.
I don't want that.
All right. Next up, we get the first one with, I think this is the first one with these fancy shoe trees.
Crazy.
2009, we've got the Space Jams come back.
Pre-sales.
Yeah, pre-sale, classic pre-sale.
Pre-sales, man. This is the start. This is the start of the era that we're still currently in.
Yeah.
With the SPC for me.
Space Jams.
Oh, yeah. Man,
and my Space Jams are still icy and shiny.
Yep.
Your 09?
Like I have the root beer bottom, but like on the sides and everything is still like pretty white, like yours and the patent leather.
Got a little bit around here.
Yeah, I got a little bit of cola on mine. Shout out to the homie Jordan Das. He used to work at Sport Check at the time. I wasn't into shoes back then, or I didn't even know really about anything Jordan related at the time, but he had these pairs on ice. I don't think he ever wore them. Actually, he didn't wear them ever. But a couple years later, maybe like 5-6 years later, he ended up selling me those ones. So I have them sort of behind me here somewhere. But yeah, shout out to him because I really wanted this 09 pair. Tough to find, and they're most of them have been worn quite readily. So
I passed on these. I passed on these when they came out. I still had a 2000 pair that was rocking, and then
Remember that.
2 years after,
fair enough,
they fall apart, and it's like shit.
Damn it.
But shout out to Nate Probe, classic Nate Locker. I went to the Saskatchewan show, and he had this pair that he's been holding on to for so long, and he gave them to me for like barely over retail.
What? You bought those when you went to the Saskatchewan show?
Remember we went to the Saskatchewan show? I bought them there.
I wear these. You buying them? Shit.
I wear these so much. I wear these a lot because I can't wear.
It gets kind of weird. Man.
Yeah,
no more, the patent leather's gone. There's not patent leather anymore.
The quality's bad. That's why I wear them a lot because I don't really care. And my 2000s are dead, and then I have a 2016 that's holding out. So
yeah,
this one that's a lot of love.
I love the 09 pair. That and the DMPs were my first 211s. So,
all right, where are we at now? 2010, right?
Yeah,
right. 2010. 2010 is the 25th anniversary of the Air Jordan, and we get what Har showed off last week: the all-white silver anniversary.
Sir,
Jordan 11.
I love this pair, man. Love this pair to death.
Clean,
little quilted
gotta be in the top 5 for me.
Yeah, these are beautiful.
And some pairs had Jumpmans on there, right?
Some pairs had the Jumpmans.
Very few, yeah.
There was only 25 pairs of those.
Yeah, very few. Super
Didn't
dope.
Jimmy have a pair? Jimmy have a pair?
No,
I thought Jimmy had.
Not with that. Super clean pair. Reminiscent of the Zen Lows a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Another pair without patent leather though, man. It's like fuck.
Low.
It's not patent leather.
Super thin patent leather.
Not even patent leather. It's just the compound. It's not like the actual leather.
Yeah.
Like it's not even, it's another one. So it's like
yeah.
But still, man, you gotta love them. The fact there's no Jumpman on them, crazy interior, just super unique.
And I think we talked about this a lot, but there were very few of these in the city. Like only Champs Champs at the time I was there. Champs had them, Chinook and Livestock, and that was it. And only a dozen pairs each.
You told me about them. I didn't even know they showed up.
Yeah,
you called
only
me.
A dozen pairs each.
Yeah, you called me and like, yo, silver anniversary. I'm like, what?
And I didn't get them. I waited, and some dude bought 2 pairs, and then a week later he came back and returned the size 11.
Oh wow!
And I was like, Adam, you are so lucky, man.
And I was like, all right.
So
and I stashed it. I stashed it in the back. I stashed it in the back till payday, and then payday came.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say you stashed it till 50 day, and I was like, damn.
No.
Don't worry, y'all. I was giving him shit in real time. In 2009, I was giving him shit like, you're not buying the Space Jams, really?
Yeah.
You regret that
So
shit? I was giving him shit.
I made a few mistakes in the past of skipping on Jordan 11s, and I will never pass on a Jordan 11 from here on out. I think that's it.
There it is.
So 2010, we get to Christmas time, and what comes out? Eli's favorite.
My favorite.
The cool gray. Are they your
Talk to me
favorite?
about some cool grays, Eli.
I know you have them, but
yeah. Right when I was first getting into sneakers, working at Intersport in Red Deer, we had a manager come up from the Medicine Hat with his shipper receiver. The shipper receiver guy, Chris was his name. He came up, and it was like a 2-day trip, and he brought a pair of cool grays and a pair of Concord 11s. And he walked in the first day wearing cool grays and just blew my mind. I loved that shoe. I was just like, man, those are unbelievable. So like I said, I was just kind of getting into it at that point. So didn't know much about the 11s, if anything. And that was the first one that really caught my eye. So always kind of stuck with me. Yeah, it's the only pair of 11s in my collection. I would like to have more. It's just for a long time, they were very expensive, and a shoe that I was happy to have the colorway that my favorite colorway, but eventually I would like to add, some Space Jams, some playoffs. There's lots of great colorways. So
some golf cleats.
Some golf cleats. Oh, I need to golf.
Masters jersey. Yeesh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Man, I loved, first of all, Retro Plus Jordan 11, first one, which is crazy to see because they got the nubuck upper. So it's like the only Retro Plus Jordan 11. And when these came out in 2011, or it was the end of 2010 with these, right?
2010.
Yeah, 2010 Christmas.
These were the first pair that I remember stepping in being like, you know what? These feel like the 2001s. So I know you remember, Adam. Oh,
They do feel different.
Yeah, like these are soft again. And you take out that insole and they got that polyurethane blast on them. where the anniversaries didn't have that, and the Space Jams didn't have that, so they were just super stiff. Because I remember buying them and being like, these do not feel like Jordan 11s. Like they're a lot more stiff than Jordan 11s were. But this was the first pair, that 2010 cool gray pair. I'm like, okay, we're getting there again. We got that.
This is the only pair that was really like that
at the time. Well, yeah, that's true.
The Concords were pretty stiff too, and 2012 black and reds were kind of stiff.
They were, right. And since up until the lows, I think, when those started to come back, they started to feel good. But for a while, those cool grays were the only ones that like felt anything like the 2001s. So retro plus love, man. Gotta love it.
All right. We got a lot of shoes to get through here. I'm looking at this pile. So let's keep rolling. 2011 comes around, Christmas. So we wait another whole year for Jordan 11, and we get the Concords back in action.
My first camp out from 2 years later, after the Yeezys, my first camp out was this at Sunridge Mall. And we were the only ones sitting in front of Starbucks in wintertime. But it was like this.
This was the last pre-sale.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I missed the pre-sale by like a day.
I did too. And then a friend of mine bought it, and then he like didn't want it. So he sold me his gift card.
God damn.
Adam again.
Shout out to Martin. Shout out to the hair cutter Martin Makatange.
This was a pair that like the frenzy for 11s blew the fuck up.
Yep.
This is where people were getting trampled at the malls. People were trying to sell like used cars for them that I remember seeing. Fights broke out at malls. I remember I heard the story at Chinook. I know who the person is, but I'm not going to say it. And if he's listening, I'm sorry, but you cried because another kid was in front of you in line. And I remember hearing the story where he was like complaining, and the kid's mom was there. He's like, "You're not even old enough to wear these."
Oh man.
Did you sneaker protect with that patent?
No, it just dulls. I did some cleaning on it and it dulled it.
What did you clean it with?
Just the Jason Mark.
Oh, we can't do that.
Yeah.
You're an OG, man. You know we can't.
I know. I fucked it up.
For all you kids out there, life lesson, man. Never clean the patent leather. You don't have to. No protector, nothing. You're going to kill it.
Just wipe it.
Man, whenever I spray protector on it, sometimes I'll tape plastic bags around the patent leather.
Yes, exactly.
So
I learned my lesson.
This is where I learned the lesson on this pair right here. You're looking at it.
Because I remember a little bit of the protector touched the patent, and I wiped it off, and it was like acetone.
Yeah, it's dull.
Yeah.
It's dull. It kills
so now we're in spring 2012, and we get the first retro low in over 10 years. And these are beat as hell. I've worn these a lot, but they're called the cherry. People sometimes call the cherry or the varsity red bottoms, but totally brand new colorway. Again, white patent. It's like, come on, do a color or something.
I was mad at these when these came out. I think I skipped these ones. I was mad at them.
Mm-hmm.
I had a pair of these for a couple years. I found them at a Plato's Closet in Red Deer.
Oh, crazy.
And I got them for like $35, and they were already pretty beat up, and they were actually a size 11. They were a little bit too big. So I ended up trading them to a buddy for a skateboard and a pack of beer a couple of years after I bought. He still got them, and he still wears them.
You still got the beer?
Yeah.
I don't think the beer lasted very long.
These are
I was here for these, man.
These are well worn.
Loved them. Like Adam said, this was the first low in, what did you say it was, 13 years?
11 years?
Yeah, it was the first low.
Since
So I knew right away, like, yeah, man, lows are back. Come on now. And like at the time, we didn't know it would be an annual thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who would have known if we're going to see another low, man? So I was there for these.
I think I gave my discount to my dad for those.
I remember Champs brought back the pre-sale just for that release. I don't know why. And I was able to get them on a pre-sale.
Yep.
Then we get to Christmas 2012, and we get the playoff 11 lows coming back.
This was my shoe, guys. I fucking worked. I worked the night of before the release, so the eve of before the release. I worked. I fucking camped just so I could make sure I can get 2 pairs of these. But I did it too because I just wanted to hang out with everyone. This was a pair where I was like, yo, I just want to chill with everyone. And like I worked at the release morning too. So I was up for like a good 36 hours at least. But it was well worth it. This was a pair that I remember going to Chinook and people were running up the fucking elevator or escalator. And
I remember the videos on these ones.
Yeah, shout outs to my boy Mark Gallo. Because he's the one that had the original video and was going World Star.
Yeah.
And people came up with this stupid ass thing called The List. Like they were Chris Jericho or something making this dumbass list. But shout outs to Champs because I was working at Champs and Champs held it down right. But Foot Locker was a shit show when these came out.
Yeah, man. You know what? I was gonna line up that night, and somebody sent me a video. It might have been Mark actually who sent that video around, and I was like, "Fuck this!" Literally waited like 2 days, and then got them later. And I was like, "Okay, well, I don't understand."
It was wild, man. Like people at Foot Locker were fighting. Like everyone at Champs kind of just walked up and was like, everyone was cool. No one was like running. And anyone that kind of stepped over that was like, oh, I was here first. People were like, no, you weren't. And it was like 100 people and one guy. And it was like, okay, well, I'm going to go to Foot Locker.
Man, I remember I was late. Like, same with you, Albert. I remember you working that day because I was in that line, got my shit. I was already tired as hell because I think I was out the last night. And then I was back the next night for the Thunder Fours. That's what I remember when the night right after, man. I slept like 6 hours in 3 days, man.
Man, I was so tired, but that was like out of all the releases I've done in my Foot Locker Champs career, this was my favorite one. As dead tired as I was, like one, this is my favorite Jordan 11, but just to like talk to everyone about it and then
it's fun.
Like, you know,
man.
Like and 2012, like that was when YYC SOLEdiers started. Was July 2012 was when the group was made. And like to see the videos popping up for this shoe and people talking about it and like talking about it was popping. I can't crazy. My favorite time in sneakers was this release for sure.
I saw all those videos and then I was like, I'm not going, and I passed on them. I didn't go. And shout out to my friend Glenn Bravo, works at Holy Grill. Check out that place, dope sandwich shop. I've sold him tons of pairs over the years. And then he was about to let go of his 2012s and he just messaged me. It's like, you want these for like $150, I think. And I was like, yes. Shit. I was like, yeah, I'll take them. He had worn them a couple times. But the biggest, most interesting thing about this is the box. What's the deal? So we had those nice drawer boxes for the Space Jams and the Cool Grays and the Concords. And then we get this in a regular box.
Yeah, with the plastic.
With the plastic, weird plastic sleeve, still with the nice plastic shoehorns, but like, why just the regular box? Super weird.
Man, I'm not gonna lie, I was actually tempted to buy a fake pair to just have the
get the box. Yeah.
Because the fake,
I thought about that too.
The fake pairs had such a nice, like they were nicely packaged, and then you get our pairs, and it's like, what the hell?
Jordan box.
All right.
And I think that was also the year where early releases or UAs started popping up.
Yeah,
yeah, that might be.
That was the year.
Yeah. Where everything became B grade. No, this is B grade. This is B grade, bro.
Gray market.
Sorry, bro. Jumpman has an ass and an ass. That's 2 asses. Get out of here.
So as Jermaine mentioned before, we didn't know that the Low was going to be an annual event. 2013 rolls around and we get the tuxedo, they call it Low, sort of a reverse Concord, we'll call it.
That's what they were saying.
Concord.
That's what they were saying.
I love this pair when this came out.
So yeah, white patent, black uppers, some red hits. These ones I wear a lot too. I've taken these on so many vacations just because they're super durable.
Yeah,
I just wear them for everything.
Yeah. 2013. I remember the pictures for these because there was 3 pairs that came out, wasn't there?
No, next year.
I'm not bugging. That's the following year.
Next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 2013 was this.
But the patent on that, the creasing on it was horrible. But it was still a nice shoe.
They creased bad.
Yeah.
Then 2013 Christmas, we get a new Jordan 11 colorway. We get arguably the worst Jordan 11 release of all time.
And yet still one of the
most hyped. So the Gamma Blue. So you got that Gamma Blue Jumpman. You got that Varsity Maze on the heel and
you
both
don't like these?
On the tongue. Not my favorite. And the quality is so bad.
bad.
by this time.
I think I waited 2 years
like them.
after
Black
release
midsole?
till I got these.
I like the black midsole. I like the black
that
midsole,
changed the
but
whole look.
I think it's the like the construction of the shoe and how stiff it is and how like garbage the quality is that kind of hurts it for me.
Man, this was a release that I almost got jumped at working. But shout outs to former Stampeder Corey Mace for like stepping in. But there was some kids
over these?
Yeah, bro. Like, so I still camped out because I just again wanted to just hang out with the community, and like I knew who was in line at Champs, so I'm not gonna fuck around and be like, I don't know who the fuck you are. But I respected it, you know. And then when we did the release, people ran up to the line, and these three guys were like trying to budge in front of other people, like, sorry guys, like these guys have been here before you, this and that. And these three dudes were like, who the fuck are you? Blah blah, and like pulling up their pants, getting ready to fucking throw hands with me. I'm like, I ain't gonna do shit, but like, you gotta go to Foot Locker if you want this shoe, because this is this is a lineup. Everyone's already here. And these guys wouldn't budge. And Corey Mace like stood up from his chair. He was first in line, stood up. He's like, you fuck with him, you fuck with me. And these three cats were just like, look at him. And then they just fucking walked to Foot Locker. But that was also the release where Nick was a bitch. Cause he saw these kids running, and I was standing outside the store, and I was about to come like walk back into the store, and he locked the door on me, and he's like, handle the lineup. But then Corey, but Corey again, he came through, and that was like, since that day, like I became homies with Corey Mace, and like, yeah, shouts to him, yo, because he stepped up, and then other people were like, you touch him, you got to go through all of us. I was like, damn, yo.
It's a Spartacus moment.
Damn right.
All right. So after the gammas, we get more lows, the annual lows. But this year, who knew? But we were gonna get a 3 new Jordan lows, and the first one that comes out is the Nightshade. So we're bringing back the snake skin, this time in Nightshade colorway. So it's like a green and some volt hits on it. This was a dope shoe.
Oh yeah,
super
Volt
underrated.
Was huge at that time too, man. Volt was everywhere at that time.
Oh, everywhere.
Yeah.
Everything.
Do you guys remember people die? Do you remember people dyeing these black? I remember people doing black snake skin on them because they just wanted a black snake skin.
I remember people trying. Did anyone else's pairs have mad glitter? Like my pair, I remember the sole when they were dead stock, right? It was so glitterful. Crazy glitter was on my pair.
I never had the glitter.
My dad has these, so now I'm gonna check now for his soles.
Yeah, really.
Super dope pair. These came out in April and then March. Or May. In May, the Concord low comes out. Actually a Concord low. It's got Concord on it. It's not just a white and black.
Man, Carter's been crushing these Concord lows.
Good work, KC. Good work.
Yeah.
These are crazy, man. These came out for the first time. The Derek Andersons, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the OGs were calling them. So to finally have these out, man, this was a big deal.
And MJ had some PEs of these.
Oh yeah,
back in the day. So these coming out was a pretty big deal. Then 1 month later, we get another low. This time, another one that's like an easy to wear, easy to crush shoe. The Infrared 23 was really popular at the time. Lots of Infrared 23 shoes.
Yeah.
And these came out with pretty bright infrared sole. Infrared
and people made these into Space Jams. I remember that too.
Yeah, I remember
that Space Jam lows with this pair.
Yeah.
This was like the first pair in like 6 years I actively passed on. I'm like, you know what? No. On that one, like I got the other two lows, and like I've been getting 11s obviously since 2009. I'm like, yeah, nope.
You know what though? I agree. There was some Jordan 11 lows where it was kind of like, yeah, you could have done something different, or there was like more potential. But
right, yeah, those ones just weren't screaming to me. So
they weren't doing a lot, but they got to be in the collection. It's a Jordan 11. Then Christmas time comes around. I got a beat up pair now, but Legend Blue, paying homage to that old Columbia blue pair. This time they do the blue sole, translucent blue sole, more like the originals.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Draymond. I remember Draymond wearing these like 2 months before they came out. I'll never forget that. I was watching, I don't know, I think it was him. It was a Heat game I was watching. He had them on, and this was in like October, maybe early November. And I was losing my shit, man, every time, because that was my first time actually seeing the 2014 retros. And like he had them way early. Mm-hmm. And obviously we already knew way from before we're going to get them and they were a must have. But just to see him wear them was cool as shit, man. So this was huge. A lot of people talk trash about this retro, man. Like, I was just happy just to have another Columbia, man. I'm still happy to have a Columbia High. Like, this pair is why I passed up on the lows last week. I don't need those for that.
So in this year, we actually get 2 Jordan 11 mids at Christmas time. So like the week before Christmas, I think those came out, and I think Boxing Day, these come out. So we got the Pantone pack, an 11 coming with a 29. Nobody wanted that 29. It was $600 for the pack, which was crazy, and they were pretty limited. Yeah, I remember when they came out.
Man, I regret not getting this pack.
I traded Lex. I traded Lex for this pack. I don't remember what I traded him, but
I gave AJ my employee pair, and then he sold them like a month later.
So these have the same kind of, I don't know if you can see that quilt that the 2010s had, the silver anniversary quilt on the heel.
Yeah, these ones are built kind of different.
Mm-hmm.
The construction of these compared to even the Legend Blues or the 72 and 10s the next year, like they're just on their own.
Yeah.
They're just kind of cut a little different, but they're comfortable though.
Oh, yeah. Yo, Har, you wore a pair of them to one of the shows, right? Yeah, because I remember you had the
first show.
You had the matching turban too.
That too.
Maybe the first show, yeah. Maybe
it would have been the first show.
Yeah.
And you had the matching turban too, right?
Yeah.
Bro, that was steezed out, man.
Yeah, that was fire. So we're back to lows in early 2015. The Georgetown lows come out. We're in the 30th anniversary of Jordan, so these are the remastered, they were calling all these shoes.
Yeah.
So all that meant was high price tag and a 30 insole.
and a new box.
You think
we got a new
they remastered
box?
Those, yes. The leather on the back and how soft they were. That was the start of the quality getting stepped up for the 11s.
Okay.
That was definitely a precursor for the 72 and 10s, man. That specific Georgetown pair, that was crazy compared to the last lows that came out.
Yeah, I guess you're right. And the black and red ones that are right after this.
Yeah,
these are better.
This was the start. These things were soft like the old ones again, man. I love the Georgetown pair because I'm like, the quality's coming.
Yeah, back. The uppers is soft.
Yeah. We got the Phylon back. No more polyurethane. They went back to the Phylon midsole, like the OGs. Like, there we go. Now they're really starting to somewhat get back to the comfort that these things were known for, not just the cardboard shit.
So I just mentioned it, but after that, the playoff lows come out.
Another one.
True red. So yeah, basically the same as the uppers, but with a red liner. Same as the mids.
Carter's been crushing these too at the park. Sometimes I look at them, I'm like, oh man, I gotta clean them.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nice pair. Then Christmas time comes around, new colorway this year, 2015, the 7210s, as Jermaine said. Huge step up in quality on this pair.
Yeah. Yo, this is probably like the most comfortable pair of Jordan 11s I had within the 2010 era.
Mm-hmm.
The leather on there.
It's all leather upper.
Yeah. It feels a lot different than the Concords and the playoff 11s. Like, these were soft.
Look at that leather on them.
Butter,
butter. Phylon midsole back.
The pattern on there was nice. Like the creasing wasn't crazy on them.
The metallic Jumpman there.
Yeah. And that's like the precursor to
the stitch 23 on the heel. I don't know if you can see it. It's really dark.
Yeah, crazy pair. You remember when we thought they were going to be glow in the dark early in the year?
Yeah.
Those soles are going to be glow.
Yeah. They were not.
If you think about it now, how stupid would it be if they were glow in the dark?
Yeah.
I think it'd be kind of dumb.
Yeah. All right, we're into 2016. We get the lows. We get actually 2 lows on the same day. I don't know if you remember this. So we got the Midnight Navy with the first time gum sole on a Jordan 11. So this was where the hype was really starting to kick in. These were really hard to get. I'll shout out to, I can't remember who it was, Garrett, I think, the manager at Champs.
Garrett,
He held me down so hard on these. He was like, I can get you one. Which do you want? I was like, white and red, obviously. I'll bring up the white and red. So these both came out same day. I was like, white and red, I'll take them. And then I get there and he's like, you want the other one too? Because I got a pair that isn't spoken for. And I was like, yes. So I got both of them.
I think you and Garrett were the same size too, so it was easier for him to kind of put on the side.
Yeah.
Flight school. I remember MJ flight school, man, him wearing those Navy joints. That's when I knew I needed those, man. When I see everyone wear those, like, because before I'm like, yeah, they're cool. When I see Mike in them, I'm like, okay, man. Got that triple OG style. Got that triple OG style. Those actually look really good.
Once Mike wears them.
Did he wear them with baggy jeans?
Baggy shorts, no shows in baggy shorts, baby. You know it.
For sure.
Sitting there amongst all those rich kids who will never go to the league.
So in fall 2016, we get another low coming out. And this year it's the Olympics. So we get the closing ceremony, 11 lows, gold all around the upper, gold on the heel.
These were originally supposed to be my shoe that I was supposed to get married in.
This was what my wife wore at our wedding.
What happened?
What happened?
Yeah, why didn't you get married?
Why didn't you wear these?
Well, because I ended up wearing the what are they? Win like 96? Because we had a hit of red and Sen had like red heels, and I was like, yo, this is perfect. Like just, red's like a different color than just the white.
Oh,
these are nice, but these years were starting to get expensive for Jordan 11 collectors.
Yeah.
So many 11s.
About it.
Especially
We didn't even
with the
talk
lows.
about the construction of that tongue. That bothered me as well too. When they had that seam across that tongue, we didn't even talk about that. That started with the comeback in the 2013s.
Yeah.
That changed
On
the
the
whole
leather
composition of the shoes. Yeah, that's
Different.
bugged me. That's why I passed on those.
Then Christmas time comes around, 2016, Space Jam, Toon Squad edition, Space Jam,
PEs.
Jordan 11s.
Yeah.
Playoff PEs.
Playoff PEs. So the 45 on the heel, Nike Air back in the insole, and the box is all Toon Squad kind of stuff. I hate that box. That's the worst box.
This is when the patent gets higher as well.
Yeah, the high cut patent.
and the high OG cut on the patent.
Start of a new era, right?
And you can really see it when you look down. You can see that thick.
Yeah.
Actual
thick
patent
cut.
leather.
Yeah.
I know we've had arguments about these. I'm still a big fan of the lower patent.
Of the 09.
Yeah.
I
Honestly,
prefer this one.
For me personally, I don't care about the high or low. As long as the colorway and like I can look down at my feet and be like, this is an amazing shoe.
It changes it, man. It changes it for me. It's still good. I mean, I didn't get these ones. Actually, no, I did get these ones. Not lying. I didn't get the I didn't get the Concord ones that with the higher patent.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I said the box sucks. I like the box. I like what they did with it, but just like from a wearability standpoint, taking that sleeve out, then opening and then taking that stupid plastic thing out, it's too much. It's too much.
Stuff going on.
The hats that came with the 11s were my favorite because I have the Bugs Bunny and the Lola Bunny, and it was like just a regular canvas on top, and then it had the patent leather on the brim.
Nice.
And also those were Concords, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the first time they bring Concords because the original Space Jams were varsity blue.
Yeah, the colorway
completely different.
So yeah, it was varsity royal on the 09 pair and the 01 pair or 2000 pair, and these were dark Concord.
Mm-hmm.
So you get that purple.
Yep.
Purple on it. Then 2016, we had another release, the premium pinnacle gray suede Jordan 11 with that milky sole.
These ones I thought were gonna be glow in the dark.
Embossed.
I thought that was gonna be glow in the dark.
Embossed Jumpman.
I could have seen these ones.
No 23 on the heel. Quilted. I don't know if you can see that insole, but it's like a quilted leather insole.
Damn.
Adam, what didn't you like about this pair?
What I didn't like about this pair, you can see the laces I have in them are the regular laces because they came with those leather thick cut laces. And as you can see how I lace these, you notice I skip an eyelet.
Why?
Because it just shredded. Which one is it? Oh no, it's not this. It's the other one. I just laced this one the same as the other one. But my right pair, one of these eyelets, just like pulling the lace through, just went shoot and just like ripped it open.
On the first wear too, right?
Yeah, second wear. I brought them to Edmonton to go to the sneaker show. I put them on that morning at the hotel, and it just ripped out. And I was like, "What do you do?" Like, it was like 2 months after they came out. I could have sent them back to Nike, but it's like no way I'm ever getting the shoe again.
Yeah, they're not giving you those back.
So
Yeah.
I just keep
What
it.
was the price on those? Five
Was retail. Shout out to Nate and shout out to Andrew Fung. I remember these were super hard to get. Only like Capsule got them, I think. But somehow Nate got a pair, and they were running those raffles on Soul Source. And I remember he ran a raffle for these, and I was like, if you guys enter, I'll pay you. Like, if you win, I'll pay you the straight up price. And Andrew won. So I paid him for his ticket that he entered and the price of the shoe. So I got him for retail.
Beauty.
Which is the most
I can't even
expensive.
remember how much I got.
The most expensive I ever paid for that.
What do you think about those, Eli?
I think it's a clean pair. I like the cool gray, obviously, or the gray shades. It's gray on a shoe is nice, man. But yeah, super clean. I like those a lot.
Yeah, I figured you would. Definitely. I don't like them as much as the cool grays, though. I'll say that.
No.
The cool grays are on a different level compared to those.
But they're different. They're like, it's like it's a premium kind of feel to it.
When the first time you see suede on the mid panel of a Jordan 11.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, and you don't really see that until a lot later, and some women's pairs have that kind of vibe. So now we're in 2017. Lows come back. This time university blue, not a Columbia blue, not even a Legend blue. University blue. It's a different vibe. But pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, not bad.
Were those the first 11s that hit outlets too?
I don't remember those hitting outlets. Maybe. And then we got the Baron in the same year.
Yep.
With that pewter kind of marble patent. Super nice. Birmingham Baron's color.
That's a pair I got like later. I got them like months later. I didn't get those. I wasn't after them. I didn't want them. And like 3 months later, I walk into Foot Locker and they still had them. I'm like, oh shit.
They're nice.
Okay, I bought them.
That suede is nice on them.
Yeah.
This was the first 11 too that sat.
Oh yeah.
For a while, yeah.
Long time.
But even the UNC one sat for a bit too. I remember seeing a couple pairs still on the walls.
You could definitely get them.
Sure. So this year we get 2 Jordan 11 mids at wintertime in November. Win like 82. So like North Carolina colorway, navy patent leather, and then university blue accents.
Everyone was so mad these weren't Concords.
Yeah, they just wanted Concords.
Yeah, seriously.
Like, man, they just came out.
Those are probably
What are you talking about? Those are the Columbia Concord blues.
Yeah, they're the North Carolina Concords. North Carolina Concords.
With the quickness.
Then Christmas time, we get the perfect Christmas shoe.
Yes.
The Win Like 96 Chicago Bulls, all red.
That was my wedding shoe.
That was your wedding shoe.
Yeah.
Now we're in 2018. Let's roll through these. We still got a bunch to go. People call these the cool gray lows. They are not the cool gray lows. They are medium gray and Gunsmoke. So we can call them Gunsmoke lows. I wore these at one of the sneaker shows, and I spray painted a bunch of stuff, and I got spray paint all in the tongue, and I was able to get most of it out. So
was that when you're spray painting the
spray painting the shoe prints on the ground
out front?
Yeah. But it's a nice pair. I didn't go crazy for it, but
I'm pretty sure these hit outlets too.
they did. Those ones did for sure.
Yeah.
I think these ones might have too. The next one was the Easter release.
Mm-hmm.
Now we have the Emerald.
Yep.
Emerald again. Are these Concords? They look like Concords.
They're the Concord Emerald.
They look like Concords until you see that. That's really the only thing. And on the tongue, it's got that mint. And then
I really like these because of when they shine in the light. It's a different green.
Trying to get it. It's like a really like bright green, like a jade emerald.
But if you look at it the right spot, it's a Concord.
Yeah, from a distance. From a distance, you could get away with it. Then one of the best lows, in my opinion, came out that year of the new colorways is the Derek Jeter. Even the smell of these, like when you bring them up,
hell
they smell like that beautiful
First low.
suede, but so expensive, so expensive for a low.
Yeah,
that was my first low.
Sick.
First for me too.
Not being an employee, and it sucked.
Yeah, and you were like, oh man. So you got respect.
The one and only pair I ever purchased from Lex was this.
Mhm.
I threw
30%
white
off.
laces on mine, white round laces.
These come with the leather laces too, I think, right?
They sure did.
Yeah.
I learned, and I was warning everyone I could tell
Yeah,
about that.
I don't think I ever had. Did they come with the leather laces on there?
Yes, I had to take them
Yeah.
out.
So I remember
yeah.
when Adam said take them out. I remember the first day
Yeah.
took
Yep.
that shit off.
Yeah, take them out, switch them up.
I remember looking at them on the wall at Lex. I mean, it was already happening on the wall pair. It was starting to saw right through it. I'm like, oh, someone's gonna get one, man.
Gotta get rid of them.
I gotta bring the price down a little bit.
Right.
Then we get a weird mid-release this year in 2018 for, I think it's in like June or May. These come out, the cap and gown ready for graduation season. So all black with the suede, with the metallic Jumpman, black midsole,
So nice.
smoky translucent outsole. Again, another premium one.
Yeah.
Har knows all about this.
Man, if anyone got a size 10 in decent condition, slide in my DMs.
Shouts to my guy Burner at Soulfly who held my pair and I just ended up not getting them. I waited.
Yo,
I was like,
at least you admit it. At least
of
you
course,
admit it.
I waited. I'm like,
Pass.
yo, these are like premium
Pass.
price. I'm like, I don't like them that much. Sorry, Burner.
Yeah.
I bought a bunch of other shit.
Then at the end of 2018, we get two releases. So first up, we get the platinum tint, as I think it was Eli that alluded to it. Like, look, you get those scuffs on this toe. It's just so bad. There's nothing you can do about it. But it's got like a suede instead of patent, which is interesting. I like the look, but practicality, it's tough. It's tough.
The packaging on this too, isn't it kind of like the retro
It was
394 box?
They're doing the Concords this year, and they announced that they're going to redo the original box.
Oh.
And so we're like, okay, dope. We're going to get the Concords in the OG box. And they bring out this one first with that box. Like, why didn't you just save it? Save the box for the...
Yeah.
They brought back the polyurethane midsoles with this for the first time too.
Mhm.
Not midsoles, insoles for the first time. So it's like truly like a true remastered pair.
Yeah.
Brand new color with this suede.
On this like weird color.
Yeah, and I didn't want them, but they got super cheap, so I had to buy them.
Yeah, like they were
Yeah.
like what, 199, 149 at one point, and I think
Yeah.
they even hit outlets.
Yeah, that's what I
They
thought.
did.
I didn't want them.
That was the 11
Oh.
that nobody
Like,
wanted.
look at that.
Mhm.
I guess it was the Jeters that came in like that old kind of retro looking box.
Yeah, it came in the
Yeah.
flight jacket box.
Yeah.
These ones I got at Les 17. Shout out to Les. They dropped them in the morning and nobody bought them. So I could just go on the site and get them. And they had like a 20% off coupon and they forgot to exclude it. So I got them on release day, 20% off. And I went to pick them up and they were like, did you use a coupon on this? I was like, yeah. And they're like, okay.
Like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah,
You gotta pay
okay.
them half of it.
Then 2018 Christmas,
Holy shit.
we got the PE Concord.
Mm.
45 on the
Crazy.
heel, OG cut, super thick, patent,
Super beautiful.
Nike Air in the insole with the original box, that gray with a black top box.
Crazy. Man.
Man, I could stare at these all day, bro.
Forever, man. Yeah, forever.
They're beautiful.
Jeez.
They're beautiful. Okay, we're
I
almost
say
there.
that's the best
Almost
retro. Best retro 11. Concord pair.
there. That one is specifically might be.
Yes.
Might be.
Gotta be.
Yeah.
Gotta be.
Might be. 20, what are we in? 2019 now?
Yep.
Spring 2019. Snakeskins come back. Slightly different. I can't, like, in certain lights, I'm like, it's lighter than the other ones. And certain lights, I'm like, it's darker. I can't really tell, but it's definitely different. It's definitely a different one. Oh, man. Mine are somewhere in this pile. There's so many shoes over here. So there's the difference between them.
It definitely looks lighter side by side.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
later. Yeah.
Must haves though.
Yeah.
First retro, one of these OG lows. Look, these are must haves for me. These, the Reds, and the Columbia lows.
Yeah.
Snatched right away.
Yeah, for sure.
No doubt.
I like the pink. I didn't like they did the women's pink ones this year too, and they were way different than the original ones. The original women's pink ones were super dope. These ones were more like black. They had a lot of black spots in them.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't crazy about them, but if anybody has them in a size 12, I'll gladly take them off your hands.
Just get rid of them for you.
Yeah, I'll put them on my feet. We also get another snakeskin, the light bone, white anaconda snakeskin. These ones were so weird. They just sat. They were so expensive, and they just sat, and then they disappeared. Like they never went to outlets. I don't think anybody really bought them. So I don't know what happened. I think they just burned them all.
No, they're gonna show up. They're gonna show up either in the what's that new program Nike's starting with the
refurbished?
Refurbished, or it's gonna show up in outlets like in 5 years.
I was able to get this off a guy on the group for just a little over retail, like last year, I think, or the year before. So it took me a while to track them down. I wasn't about to pay retail right after doing the other snakeskins for retail.
Yeah, I passed.
2019, we get the OG cut of the black and red playoff. 23, no 45 on this one.
That's
Nike
to
Air.
YYC SOLEdiers for my pair for Christmas.
Oh yeah, you got yours from the YYC SOLEdiers.
Santa hooked you up.
Yeah, Santa hooked it up. All right, we're almost there. We're in the home stretch.
You know, I'm content with like the last 3 releases that came out with like the Concord, Space Jams, and playoffs. Like I'm content. That's all I need. That's all I need.
All Columbia's though. I need those, man.
Yeah, you need an OG Columbia.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Cool grades they got coming out this year. Like what?
Yeah,
they never came out like that.
Yeah, they never did that.
Yeah, like where's the Columbia's at?
So this is the first fake pair that I've owned. This is the Concord black and red. This is something you would see in a Slam magazine in 2002 in the back, like buy the Jordans for $40 a pair, and they would have like this shoe.
Man, this is
and then Nike takes that cue 20 years later and makes the shoe.
Man, I swear Nike just took the meme of everyone calling everything a Concord.
Yeah, Concord bread.
Space Jam, Concord bread, and they literally
is the Concord bread. I don't even know what to call this. It's not a Concord because there's no Concord. It's like the white and black red bottoms as opposed to the cherry red bottoms. I don't even know, but I like them. When you wear them, they look nice. On feet, they're pretty nice.
I think I saw you and Andrew Fung wearing them, and then it changed my mind, and I was like, you know what? Y'all influenced me. They're all right.
Then winter last Christmas, we get what everybody knows just came out, the Jubilee. First time
Jordan.
A general release with Jordan on the eyelets, which is pretty cool. What's that?
I think everybody got these, didn't they?
Lots of people got them. Did you get them, Jermaine?
Nope. Passed, man.
Didn't get them.
I passed.
More milky soul. Too much milky soul for you.
I got mine later in the release day. Like in that day when you guys all picked them up, I got mine at Foot Locker's app. Like
yeah, they were
have my size.
They were easy to get. I got them on Sport Check, I think. They were pretty easy. There's so many pairs. Again, it's like millions of pairs come out at Christmas. It's easy to get.
Yep.
And then the last pair here is the Legend Blue Lows, just came out a couple weeks ago. Still waiting for my second pair. sitting in Memphis now.
Eli, you need to pick up Adam's second pair, man.
Yeah, apparently.
If you want it. If you want
I got an all white golf shoe already. I gotta go black, I think, for this pair.
And I do have another women's pair that I'm here to show off. I got these olive green ones that are pretty clean. I like these. I got them for super cheap on GOAT.
This was part of, they did like the Eris pack, right? And then they had like the Bordeaux wine colorway that was kind of...
Yeah, I think there was that pair.
Yeah, there was the velvet one, and then there was the Eris, which was the black.
Okay.
And then there was this one. I'm not sure if this was part of that Eris pack, but totally different materials. You can see
those
that
are cool.
They're pretty cool. They crease like a motherfucker. Look at that. Look at that dent.
Bro, that's not a dent. That's
like
just,
a hole.
that's just your fucking toe.
It's like a hole. But when you put them on, they're fine. But they're all right. Like under $100 on GOAT, I couldn't say no to that.
Yeah, when are you ever gonna get a Jordan 11 for under $100?
No.
Oh, it's tough. I've been looking.
Exactly. Who knows? That's it. That's all the Jordan 11s. That's every colorway. Didn't do all the women's ones, obviously, but
61 pairs.
I don't know. I'll have to count these boxes later. There's just stacks of them. It's a lot of pairs.
Adam for pulling all the pairs out.
That's like, yeah, my whole closet is empty.
Good commit.
My whole closet is empty, and the shoes are everywhere all over the floor. I got to clean these up before I go to bed tonight.
If you guys are listening, stop right now. Go back to YouTube and just watch this episode over. Just because Adam did all the work and pulled these all out.
Got to see all the shoes.
Yeah.
Before we get off the Jordan 11, I'm going to share the screen because we've got a couple Jordan 11 inspired Jordans that came out over the years.
I forgot to get my pair, boys. Sorry.
We got the Comfort Viz 11s. These came out. When did these come out? 2010. Bunch of different colorways. The South Beach colorway was pretty popular. And then they like brought them back this year, but they're different.
Yeah, they're stupid.
These like ugly ass. We did a hot take on these 1 week. They are so ugly.
I did. You know what, guys? I did run in my pair. My white and blue pair. I went running in them. I use them as a running shoe.
Sure.
Not bad.
Okay.
Air Max.
Then we get the Be Loyal. Do you remember this one? I think they retroed this recently.
Oof.
They brought it back.
Oh man, I just remember you forgot a shoe then before the B Royals. You forgot the B Trues. I had them for basketball season in 2000. Whenever Ralph Klein Bucks came. You guys remember Ralph Bucks?
Yeah,
I
Ralph
bought mine
Bucks.
with Ralph Bucks. The Air Jordan, it's a B, comma, and then TRU. I think that's what it was.
Be True. I don't remember those.
My dad rocks them to this day. He wears them to work. But you brought up the Be Loyal.
These are, yeah, I guess they're Jordan.
These were before the Be Loyals. So
I guess they're Jordan 11.
Yeah, they are because they had the cards and they inspired by the Mellows and the Jordan 11s.
Okay, that's Be True.
I had that white navy pair on the second row, third one in.
This one?
Or fourth one? Yeah, that's the pair that I had.
Oh, yeah.
Well, anyways, these suck. That's all I'm saying. These are terrible. Then we get one of the biggest inspired shoes was the Future. So many colors of Futures.
Yeah, so many.
I balled in these guys.
Why? Which one? Did you ball in the premium at least that had
it's
real carbon fiber?
Which one is it? Go up to second row, that black with the smoke. Yeah, those ones.
Yeah, these were like so cheap. They didn't even have carbon fiber. They were plastic. I don't even know what they had for cushioning. But the only ones were the Glow and this one that had the metal laces were the ones that had actual carbon fiber soles.
Yeah.
We had the Gamma Future Lows when I was at Intersport. I think they were the top row, far right picture, and they were bottom, just underneath that one. Yeah, those ones.
Oh, these ones.
Like the Gamma Blue outsole. When everybody was hyped on the Gamma 11s, we had these.
These just look like those and one slip-ons.
Oh, the two chillins?
Yeah.
Yo, I got a pair of those two chillins, yo.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
Yo, but I remember the Futures
you
were
got
perfect
Futures,
for...
Just one pair. That it's that MJ pair that I have. I don't know if he's worn them or anything, but it's the MJ tag on them.
Futures were perfect for donor
JBC
soles.
Classic as well.
The JB Classic one you had? Yeah, those ones are dope.
Yeah, I've got those, but they're I should have brought them out. I totally forgot about them, to be honest.
With the like gold sparkle.
Yeah,
speckles.
It's got the gold sparkles on there. On the size tag, it says M Jordan on there. So
that's nice.
They're
That's
a sample
nice.
PE pair. I don't know if they're worn by Jordan or anything like that, but
damn, 13 and a half?
13 and a half. Yeah.
Crazy.
Damn.
Crazy.
Forgot about those, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forgot.
You know what, man? I
remember.
don't like. I probably just I didn't even remember the futures were 11s because they're futures.
Yeah, Har was waiting for the future episode. We're gonna do a whole episode on Jordan futures.
Yeah,
El
you just
Brandon
said it
Lab.
now, and I was like, oh damn,
Yeah.
that's an 11.
Bust out his 61 pairs of futures.
Yeah, 61 pairs of
You're
futures.
gonna have to sell them at Jermaine so we can wear them.
Oh, I remember these
Not
ones.
happening, bro. Not happening.
I remember this one. Where did it go? There was a multicolor one.
Yeah.
I can't stand these.
I remember
what did I do?
these. I remember Terrence wearing these, and I was like,
I think
okay,
I know which one you're talking about.
those are kind of dope.
The Quai 54 ones.
No, this one.
Oh, you're
Little
talking about this
Bobcat
multicolored
color,
one? There was
Yeah,
that
the
Quai
Bobcat
one, too,
color.
that was multicolored,
Oh yeah.
right? It's like
Yeah.
fluorescent blue, green, pink,
Yeah.
purple. Yeah.
So to give some shine to Eli here, we've got Jordan 11
Ew.
cleats,
Hey.
golf cleats, multiple
These are actually
colorways, so many colorways. But I brought up this one because that
So good.
Masters green one is wild.
Ooh.
I don't know if you can see it on the tongue. Oh, it might not be this pair. No, this is the Masters logo. Oh, there it is. So it's like golf gloves, praying. And that's based on one of the holes at Augusta. They call it Amen Corner. It's a dog leg around a bunch of trees, and the big hitters will shoot up and shoot the corner, cut the corner.
Just
And
pray.
it's totally blind. So yeah, it's Amen Corner. So they got the praying hands there. And the reason these couldn't release to the public was because the golf course actually came after Nike and said no, you can't do that.
Oh, shit.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I
Crazy.
like those Concords with the
Serious
multicolored
gatekeeping down
bottoms.
there at Augusta.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't play around.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got these. I had a chance to get these ones, and I passed on it because I don't play golf, but I probably should have bought them.
100% should have bought it.
And these ones are pretty dope too. These denim, no denim
Man,
on the course.
I should
No
have
denim allowed pack.
Yeah.
Should have brought on my Jordan 11s that Jerry did for me that blew the
Oh,
internet
the
up
Jack
at
the
one point.
Rippers.
Oh, shit, I have some of
remember
those too. Jeez.
I know, Har, we should have brought these out, man.
What's
What the
going
hell?
on, dude? I brought out like 60 pairs. You guys can't find one pair to bring out? What the hell?
The disrespect around
I
here.
totally forgot.
We also have a bunch of Jordan 11 football cleats that have come out more recently. These came out in the last few years.
Yeah.
But again, you come out with a white and red patent mid, and you still haven't come out with the shoe, just the cleat. Come on, and that
Yeah.
white and blue low. Give me
everyone's been
those.
waiting on
Give
those
me
for
those
years.
in Jordan, in a real Jordan basketball shoe.
So
You're just gonna have to start soul swapping these.
these these football cleats, I did a pair of the playoff 11 lows for Derek Dennis. He's a offensive lineman for the Stampeders.
Mhm.
We did it was kind of like a Louis Vuitton print, but with his Bone Crusher logo in it.
Dope,
So that was pretty cool. Yeah.
dope.
Adam, I grabbed the box for you. So
Okay, we'll get to it. Another one is there's also Columbia's. There was also that blue in a mid.
Oh shit!
Mhm.
I forgot I was wearing Concords right now. I forgot
Concord
that shit.
slippers.
Yeah. Shouts to the employee store. This is one of the only shoes I ever get there. I never get shoes there, man. There's nothing there for me ever. But these were like $20 from there. So you know I had to get these. Completely forgot about that shit. Where are my socks at? We all got the socks too, right? So much
Yo,
Concord
like
inspired
I didn't
stuff.
get them, but
Yo, I
got tons
I
of
got
them.
the socks for 99 cents.
Oh shit.
I don't know where they are though.
You gotta
Like
take
$5
that.
for me. I got a bunch of those sitting around.
all right. The next shoe is the 6 rings. I guess we could have brought this up on a lot of the previous shows, but this is definitely 11 influenced for sure.
I got the 11 or what is it, the eggplant ones that came out a couple years ago.
You did? Why?
Why?
Why are you
They
buying
were-
6 rings?
I got them. Okay, so someone gave me a gift card, and then I went to Champs. And
Doesn't
I saw them
matter.
on
Doesn't
clearance,
matter.
and I
Whatever
was
you
like,
spend
know
on
what?
them, you could have put towards a real shoe
But
or
I
into
bought
your
them.
kids' college fund. Come on, Albert.
I
is a
bought
waste.
them. I got them for $50, and then I sold them for 120. So it was a come
Still
up.
not worth it.
Reseller.
Yeah, reseller. It's not worth the $80 profit to ever have owned 6 rings. And then I wavered on if we should count this in the Jordan 11s, but I'm calling it a different shoe because I don't think I'll ever own it now, is the Jordan 11 Adapt. This is not a Jordan 11. This is a different thing altogether. But I've seen the price come down on these a little bit, so maybe I will be able to grab a pair one of these days. We'll see.
Sick.
And that's
Yeah,
it.
it's pretty crazy.
That's the Jordan 11. Albert Scott.
All right. I was able to get them for you, Adam, because you brought all these pairs out, so I'm going to bring out a pair.
Let's see it.
So it's Jack the Ripper. This was pre like being like, I guess he's super famous now in the sneaker world. Hey, Har?
Oh yeah, 100%.
So I left my box in there, but he killed it with the packaging. Once you go Jack, you never go back. This was before, he was like really big, and I mean he was a lot affordable back then when we got our pairs done. But he killed it with the packaging, the bag.
Oh, sick. Oh,
But yeah, this was my
Everything
murdered
was
out
mine.
pair. I actually tried taking out the dye because I kind of wanted that red back, but he got the Python, and I asked him to keep the mesh part here, but he killed it with the leather on the back. I don't know what kind. I think this is still Python. I'm not too sure, or crocodile.
looks
Yeah.
croc, yeah.
Were those
And-
playoffs? Is that what they were?
Yeah, these are playoffs.
2012?
2012. I had 3 pairs of 2012s, and then still have the inside part. But yeah, this kept it with the leather on the inside, and then just kept the
Lining,
regular
yeah.
soles. But
Nice.
this was like,
Crazy.
Nice.
yeah, these are fucking made to wear. I think I balled in these too.
Jesus.
That's what's up.
During one game, I balled in these because I was like, you know what, I'm gonna fucking rep the homie on the
You
court
gotta
one
try.
time.
You gotta
That's what's
try.
up.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
they held up, man. They
That's
held up.
super dope.
Dope.
I remember, I want to say he had them on his table at one of your guys' shows.
Mhm.
And I was just kind of strolling through and was like, what? And I went and chatted with like the most down to earth dude. He's like, yeah, I just kind of trying it out. And he's like, Albert, let me play around on this pair. I'm like, this is playing around on a pair? Like, what?
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like,
Oh, yeah.
I was like, especially being a creative myself, I didn't want to give them too many restraints, and I was like, bro, just like do what you want. I'm like, for me, I just want to make sure I still have the mesh on there, but whatever you want to use for materials, as long as it's black and it's blacked out, then like, yeah, I'm happy. But this was like before he really knew a lot about the different materials, I guess, or how to put shit together. And yeah, man, like it was I think I was like one of the first pairs. I know Jordan Das, right, had some Air Maxes. Harcurit had a couple pairs made, and we were all like
ones and a couple 11s.
we were all we were like his guinea pigs.
Yeah, as
in
experimental
the beginning.
team.
But yeah, man.
My story for Jerry is my parents went to Germany on a vacation a few years ago, and they because they know I'm into sneakers, they go to all the Nike stores. They went to a Nike store and they're chatting some dude at the back, and he's like my son is into sneakers and whatever. and he's like, yeah, I kind of like take apart shoes and customize them. And they're like, oh, that's cool. And he's like, where are you from? And my parents like, oh, we're from Canada. We're from Calgary. And he's like, oh, do you know Jack the Ripper?
Oh shit.
And my parents are like, no.
Mhm.
And then they told me that story, and I was like, that's crazy. Like, this dude working at Nike in Germany knew who Jack the Ripper was
And
Yeah,
knew that he
man.
was from Calgary.
and knew
That's
that he was
wild.
from Canada, Calgary. Yeah.
And Jerry, shouts to Jerry though, but like he did some crazy experimental. I remember when the 750s came out, like he made a pair of 750s by looking at pictures. But he was like, it was like a 750 upper in red, and then the Yeezy Red October bottoms. Like some guy gave him a pair of red Octobers to cut up, and it was like, oh shit. Like
Yeah.
I think that's what really started blowing him up, was that pair. Because I know
he's got some amazing stuff.
I know this pair was on Nice Kicks a couple times and Sneaker Freaker a couple like years and years ago, but
Yeah, he's had a lot of success.
yeah.
Shout out to
Shout out,
Jack.
shout out
Shout
to
out to
him.
Jerry.
Shout out to the local, man.
I think that's probably it for today. I think we did justice to the Jordan 11. We killed it. It was a bit of a long show, but thanks for sticking with us. And with that, we get a hot take for the week. This time, it's Nike coming with a hot take.
Ooh.
So let's jump into this. I'll show some pictures, do a little explaining, let you guys go at it. So Nike has a new sneaker coming out. It's called the Air Max Furiosa. Not spelled the same as Furiosa from Mad Max, so I don't really know the connection there. But we've got double stacked Max Air units separated by like full midsoles. We got those weird laces around the side, some unique touches.
Whoa, they look like Skechers from the top.
They do kind of look like Skechers. And then you got that, what is that, crater? Is that
crater,
what is that what they call on the outsole?
Or grind or whatever.
Grind, yeah, that's what it is.
Whoa!
Is that a 5 dot? Is that a 5 dot?
What?
Fire.
Remember how
It's not a hot take anymore.
remember how I said the Jordan 11 at the time was so futuristic but so simple?
Mhm.
And then you look at 2021 and you see how like we're going so futuristic and so bulky, and like to me this is a lot going on. This is, I mean, it's a cool concept with the double air stack. And what is that? Is that a re-axle in the front and forefoot?
I don't think so.
Dude, can't even tell.
It doesn't look like it.
Fake Alpha Project.
Fake Alpha Project.
Yeah.
Real Alpha Project was stuff that was actually pushing boundaries, man. When you look at this is so much. Look at it. You got the toe cap of what are those 96s?
Mhm.
You've got a mismatched shoe here of just
Just a
hype
hybrid.
stuff. Yeah,
Bro, this is
not
like
real
a-
Alpha Project.
It's
Alpha
like a
Project doesn't do
hybrid
that.
with a shape up bottom. This is what I would see. Honestly, this is what I would see in Nursing because they're always in their they're always standing. This would probably be comfortable for them.
It kind of it looks a lot like some of those like fashion sneakers that we're kind of looking at now.
Yeah.
It's
But
really bulky
did
like that.
Nike? Why you got to do this shit? You're already ahead of your time. People
The double
People all-
stack is interesting though. I'd like to feel that.
are already copying what Nike's doing. I don't know why Nike's trying to copy these guys and try to be
I
all
don't know what
fucking.
this
Is that like a hole through the middle?
It looks like it, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it. I
Weird.
don't know, man.
They're not
I don't know.
futuristic enough.
I don't get why they'd
No.
have to show the picture of the
not.
3M.
I'm with
the
Jermaine
two-
on that. It's not
Yeah, with the
futuristic
two
enough.
little things.
Yeah, the two squares. Like, yo, Adam, scroll down a bit.
Yeah, it's like we did
Yeah,
Like, why-
need that
we
like,
got
much.
why?
3M. We got two.
Huge
So
3M
It's
hits.
just the little eyelets for that extra lace that have 3M on it.
Nike, man.
And same
You
with
guys
this
already
picture.
had-
It's like just the little strap at the back.
You don't need to do
That's
this to yourself. You don't need to do this to yourself.
You're not doing enough.
Yeah,
This is
push
this
it.
is
Push it.
yeah. This is super safe when you look at it.
Yeah.
It's got your nice safe Air Max 90 sole. You got your toe cap there from the 96s. This is just hype stuff
Yeah,
altogether.
Yeah.
That's not Alpha Project, man. Alpha like really pushed some boundaries. There's nothing here that seems like legitimately innovative. Not even double stack because they've done that tons of times over.
They've done it
Man, you
before,
could have
yeah.
you could have just done you could have done like a Hirachi top and fucking Air Max bottom.
pretty much. There's also there's the ISPA line. I don't really know what that's about, but some of those sneakers, those are wildly futuristic. Where
Yeah,
like
that's like
you can pull out a full gaiter that like comes up to your knee, and you can like flap all these crazy things out, and they look wild. They have jackets that you can like inflate.
That's
Like all
Alpha
these-
Project.
Yeah, that's like
yeah,
Alpha
like
Project
that's
stuff to
that's
me.
the shit that's
Yeah.
like the ISPA stuff. Whenever I see it in the outlets, I always take time to just fucking pick it up. Even though if I'm like it's not that great looking, but you pick it up and you can fucking see what's going on with technology. This Jermaine's right, man. It's so lazy.
100%.
Yeah.
It's so
this is-
safe. It's just we could just take our fucking shoes that are separating and just fucking stack them soles together
Yeah.
and glue it.
Let's glue them together. I'm interested to see what it's like in person. If it sits on a Foot Locker wall, I'll pick it up, see what
Will
it
you
looks
try it
like.
on?
But
You try it on.
if it's my size on the wall, I'll jam my foot in it. See what it's like.
Don't unlace it though. Just
Just jam it in. Heel
gotta
on the
be the
back,
person-
stomping on it.
You're the person that picks it up, drops it on the floor.
Yeah, just drop it from head height. and then stomp on it. That's what I'll
Crazy how
do.
that's the model they choose to bring Alpha Project back with. Like what?
weird.
Like, this
Nowhere in
is-
that article did they mention Alpha Project though, so
That's even
I don't-
worse.
they don't even
But see,
know.
that's the crazy part is not a lot of people are gonna know that that's Alpha Project.
Crazy.
If that's what they're trying to go for, right?
I mean, that's
Five
the
dots
logo.
could just
Yeah,
5 dots could just be like fucking.
5 dots.
They got another story to go. Oh, we
It's got
took
5
five
dots.
sneakers, and put them together.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Well,
too safe, man.
that is it. Let's call it a day for the Jordan 11 episode. Thanks everyone for listening. Hope you were watching. If not, go back and watch. I pulled out like 60 pairs of sneakers out of my closet, so you better go watch on YouTube just to see all those kicks.
I pulled out one for Adam.
Yeah, and Albert even went and pulled out one special pair. Thanks. But yeah, that's it for the Jordan 11. Go back, check out the other episodes, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, all those other ones. Next week, we will be back, I think, with the Jordan 12, unless a new hot topic comes up, but Jordan 12's next week.
Or if you got a topic for us,
If you got a
Slide
good
in the
topic,
DMs.
hit us up. Yeah, we're on YYC Soldiers on Instagram, on the Facebook group, on YouTube. Hit us up in the comments. Let us know what you think. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, come on. We can chat. Do you love the Jordan 12s? Get on the show next week, and we can chat Jordan 12s. And with that, we'll sign off. Everybody ready?
3,
3,
2,
2.
1.
Buy what you
Buy
like.
what you like.
But wear what you buy.
What you buy, but never return that shit.
How low can you go? Tell me how deep can you dig? Tell me how far can you kiss? How high can you jump? Tell me do you do a lot of drugs? Tell me do you sip a lot of bub? How far can you go?